J.C. Park in Artesia. Opening ceremony is at 7:15. There's a half marathon and a 10K at 7:30 a.m., a kids race at 8:30 a.m., and a 5K at 9 a.m. To purchase a ticket, go to runsignup.com and type in Second Annual Haunted Hustle. To have your event listed on the KSVP community calendar, email calendar@ksvpradio.com. Please let us know at least 1 week in advance.
This is KSVP and K229 AS Artesia. 29 AS Artesia.
Round here, Friday night is Bulldog Night. Welcome to Artesia Bulldog Football on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at ksvptv.com. The season rolls on for your Bulldogs, but before we take it to the gridiron, let's take it to the Faith Baptist Church Sideline Show.
This.
Cameras there. Hey everybody, this is Joby Hodling and Robbie Blue. We're live at Bulldog Bowl for the Sideline Show brought to you by Faith Baptist Church. Robbie, we got our last game of the regular season, and around here we call it the second season, district. The Alamogordo Tigers are in town tonight, and the Bulldogs are they've got to win. They need to win, as always, but they need to win to make sure they're in the right spot for playoff time. And then, of course, Goddard and Roswell are down the road, and that game will have a lot to do with where we end up in the playoffs. But Alamogordo Tigers coming in, and we sure don't want to overlook them.
No, we don't. They're coming in tonight 2-7 on the year. Yeah. They're 0-2 in district. They've lost to Roswell, lost to Goddard. And the Bulldogs coming in tonight 6-3 on the year. Bulldogs are 1-1 in district. So if you look at the records, you think it might be an easy night for the Bulldogs. But talking to the coaches, watching the film, Alamogordo's pretty good. Yep. Some history on this rivalry tonight, and I'm going to give credit to Mr. Richard Everts because he's the one that did the research this week. I didn't do it. The first game against the Alamogordo Tigers was played 1925.
So a while ago.
Yeah.
A minute ago.
Were you around?
I wasn't around.
Okay.
I know you think I was.
No, I was just checking. That first game wound up in a 0-0 tie, which I'm thankful we don't have ties anymore.
Me too.
But
I remember one that I was involved in.
Yeah, you were.
I don't like them.
1987. Yeah. There's been 44 games played between the Tigers and the Bulldogs, including one playoff game in 2016, and I think both of us remember that game.
Do.
The longest win streak in this rivalry is the Bulldogs have a 16-game win streak from 1956 to 1971. Overall record, Artesia is leading this rivalry, 31 wins, 11 losses to the Tigers, and 2 ties in this rivalry along the way. So looking for a good matchup tonight with the Tigers and the Bulldogs, and a rivalry just across the mountain here.
Yeah, they joined our district a few years ago. It seemed like they were always one level up from us back in the 80s when I played. Mm-hmm. We did play Alamogordo, and I don't know if you guys did, but we did 1 year, and they were tough back then, and they're tough today. I mean, they're big. Like you said, you can throw out these records, and the reason you can is because everybody marks us as a team to beat on their schedule, even if they're having a terrible season. If we're on their schedule, they want to beat the Artesia Bulldogs, and so you can just virtually guarantee, and the fans will see this tonight, I think, that Alamogordo will come in here ready to play.
Absolutely, and let me paint it this way, and we can elaborate a little bit on it. The Tigers, conventionally speaking tonight, have one shot at making the playoffs.
They need to beat us.
They got to beat us tonight.
That's right.
And they're almost guaranteed to make the playoffs if they beat the Bulldogs tonight. If they don't, they're probably out. Right. They might get in at a 15 or 16, but probably not. The Bulldogs coming in tonight, they have to win this game to win a district championship.
Right.
We're relying on Goddard to beat Roswell to win that district championship tonight, but we got to take care of business here at the Bowl first. And so both teams have a lot riding on this game tonight, not only playoff implications, but a district championship for the Bulldogs. So both teams coming in tonight, serious about giving it their best.
And like I said, Alamogordo is going to, and you're going to see this, fans, on the scout team report in the pregame show. They're going to have some size. They got some great athletes. They're going to play tough. They're going to be a team that if we don't come out ready to play, if we're flat, then we're going to let them in the game right off the bat, and that's what we don't want to do. We want to come out and get on top of them and maybe just push through it and go on and win. That we're going to have a game.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about that and the keys of the game when we get to it and what the Bulldogs need to do to win. The Tigers coming in tonight, coached by A.J. Cisco. Their colors, as you can see them warming up behind us, they're black, gold, and white. They're coming in tonight, Max Prep's ranking at 13th, and only 16 teams get into the playoffs, and that's why it's so important, those last spots there. They got 13 seniors taking the field tonight, leading the way. They got 41 players on the roster, so fairly young to an extent. Non-district notable games, their 2-7 record. They beat Valencia, and they beat Chaparral. They have lost to Los Lunas. They've lost to Lovington, Santa Teresa, Gadsden, Deming, and then they also lost to Goddard 49-0. They lost to Roswell 48-17. So they've played some really good teams this year in that 2-7 record. The common opponents, Lovington, Deming, Goddard, Roswell, between the Artesia Bulldogs and the Tigers. And we beat Lovington. Lovington beat them. We beat Deming. Deming beat them. We beat Goddard. Goddard beat them. But then Roswell beat us. And so again, you got to throw that out. Coming in tonight, players to watch for the Tigers. Number 12, their quarterback is Mello. He's 47-99 on the year. He's got a total of 560 yards passing with 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Also, a player to watch is number 20, Sanchez. He's got 80 rushes on the year for a total of 410 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then number 72 on defense, Merrill. He's got 56 total tackles for them, so he's one to watch on defense for them. They come in tonight on offense, averaging 228 yards per game and averaging 20 points per game, which is not bad, again, for that record that they have.
And the teams that they faced. I mean, you went back, we go back through those teams. Los Lunas ranked number 2 in the state, I think maybe number 1 in another poll, and they're undefeated, I believe. Of course, Lovington was a handful when we got to play them, and we know that they're very good, even though they're a classification below us. And then you got Deming, who I thought was the best Deming team that I've seen.
Yeah.
The best Deming team that I've seen since I've been in Artesia. So they were tough. And, of course, Roswell and Goddard. So and the Alamogordo's in our district.
Yeah. So, they've played a good schedule, averaging 20 points per game. You can't look past Alamogordo.
That's right.
All right, coming in tonight, Jeremy Maupin, first-year head coach for the Artesia Bulldogs. The Bulldogs come in ranked 4th in 5A, according to Max Preps, and the Bulldogs take the field with 25 seniors. Players to watch, I just can't get around Jake Barrera. The Bulldogs, everybody looks at us as a passing team. Jake Barrera is setting some records this year in the rushing game, and that goes credit to the offensive line, to the entire offense, receivers blocking down the field. He had 240 yards rushing last week against Goddard, so they've got to deal with Jake Barrera, and he's exciting to watch. He's an excellent football player, but the offense has been opening up those holes too, and when they do, it's one-on-one. It's hard to get him down and get him tackled.
Many years we've talked about this in Artesia, and it's funny that it's not funny, it's real that you said most teams think of as a passing team. I believe since Coach Cooper Henderson started the type of offense we currently still run, even though Coach Maupin has put his twist on it, I think that we've been 50-50 almost year in and year out every year.
Yep.
It's been close to 50-50, but the thought process is, well, Artesia's going to throw the ball, and we are. Our throwing opens up our running, and really it's pick your poison. And we have a team, we have a duo like we have here where we got the receivers, we got that great offensive line, we got a running back that runs hard and then makes people miss, and he never goes down, very seldom goes down with one tackle, one guy. It's going to take multiple to get him down. And you got a quarterback to find his receivers.
Yeah.
What do? What does the defense do? Do they pack the box to stop the guys running 200 yards a game, or do they put it in a 4-1 and then back up and throw and try to stop the pass? So that's what we got to look forward tonight. Well, we've got the second segment coming up here in just a minute. We've got Mr. Ray Miller, Mayor Ray Miller, going to join us here. So stay tuned right here on the Sideline Show, brought to you by Faith Baptist Church. We'll be right back.
What's up, Bulldog fans? My name is Bosch Church. I'm the worship pastor at Faith Baptist Church, and I just want to take this time to invite you to jump in with us every single Sunday morning. We have services at 10:30 a.m. to praise God, to worship corporately as a family, and so I want to invite you. We'd love to have you. Go Bulldogs.
Hey Artesia, I'm Jen, this is Andy, and we work with kids here at Faith Baptist Church, and we want to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, on Sunday mornings at 10:30, we have a service for our pre-K kinder and then also for 1st through 5th grade. And then on Wednesday nights at 6:15, we have our faith groups, which are Bible study groups for 2-year-olds all the way up to 5th grade. We even have something for you, the parents.
Absolutely. And if you cannot come on Wednesday night, but you want your kids to come, you can text the word bus to 68878, and there will be a link that we send you that you can fill out and get your kids signed up for our bus ministry so they can come without you.
Thanks for watching, and go Bulldogs.
Welcome back to the Sideline Show, live from Bulldog Bowl, brought to you by Faith Baptist Church. And as promised, we're joined by Mr. Ray Miller, Mayor Ray Miller. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Glad to be here.
Great. We every week, Mr. Miller, we obviously have somebody, a fan or a former player, maybe a former coach. And in your case, I love your story, and I'm glad you're going to get to share it. A lot of people probably will know it, but a lot of people won't. So let's start off with this. Where did you grow up, and talk a little bit about what you did, high school, college?
Well, actually, I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico. A lot of folks, I've been here in Artesia so long, they actually think I graduated from Artesia,
right.
But actually I graduated in Albuquerque from high school. I went to UNM, did my undergraduate degree there, and then went off to California and did a master's in business at the University of Southern California. So, you know, I grew up in a community that was excited about Norm Ellenberger, the Pitt, the Bulldog, or the Lobo basketball team.
Right.
And so, you know, to me, basketball was the name of the game. I had no athletic ability. I went out as a junior to try to walk on to the basketball team. When I walked in, I was the tallest. At that time, I was thin. I was the tallest kid that he had on the team, and his eyes lit up, and when he saw me walk and try to dribble, he offered me a job as a manager. So, and I don't blame him.
Well, there you go. Well, what high school did you go to at Albuquerque?
Monzano.
Monzano. Okay, I need to ask you something after the. I will after the deal.
Well, and Ray, a lot of people don't know this. I didn't know it until you told me your story. You grew up cowboying.
Well, it winds up being a thing where my grandfather actually homesteaded at Mayhill. My father was lived on the ranch all of his life until 1950. He was born in 1911, so he was, 40 years old before he left the ranch. He was one of the youngest in a large family and stayed with his mother there on the home place. And as a result, we still have the home place, and in the summers, I would come down and spend time at the ranch. And in fact, my sophomore year, my mother got unhappy with the folks who were managing the ranch, and so I became a cowboy for a year. I arranged my college classes for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at UNM, and actually wound up coming to Mayhill every Thursday night and staying, working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Brought my homework with me, and then went back to Albuquerque on Monday evening and back to class. So
that's good.
It was an interesting time. I figured out that maybe I should try to get a college degree and do something that was a little less strenuous, that I might be a little better at. And it's a thing where I'm fortunate. My mother hired some cowboys in about 1982. And they're still taking care of the ranch up there, and they do a great job. And it's three brothers, and I love them because it makes my life easy.
Yes, absolutely. So Ray, you kind of give us a history leading up to what brought you to Artesia, and what all have you done since you've been here?
Well, when I graduated from USC in Los Angeles, I actually had gone to work for Sears Roebuck and Company before graduation. And so I met my wife. She actually was an employee of Sears Roebuck. We wound up getting serious, ultimately wound up getting married, and I brought her back before we were married to New Mexico, showed her the beautiful route through the northern part of the state, Santa Fe, Taos, around. And then when we came back on our honeymoon, we did the southern part, Ruidoso, Cloudcroft, the other beautiful parts of the state. And I asked her, I says, well, would you be interested in moving to New Mexico? And she says, well, yeah, that would be fine. You know, it was a thing where she was raised outside of Los Angeles there in Orange County. But anyway, I was an accountant for Sears Roebuck. At the time, I was an assistant controller, and then I was a traveling auditor for a while. And as a result, you know, we talked to Accounting Placement Agency, and they had some interesting interviews. Nothing available in Albuquerque, department store El Paso, a couple old boys in the oil field here in Artesia, and a convenience store operation in Clovis, might have been called Allsup's. And so I came back, I interviewed, and the department store in El Paso I aced, and we walked out, and it was 104 degrees that afternoon in El Paso. We were in part of, I know El Paso has beautiful sections, but we were in some of the not so beautiful section downtown, and it was a thing where I looked at my wife and I says, man, I aced that interview. What do you think about El Paso? And she looked around and she says, well, when we were talking about moving to New Mexico, this wasn't exactly what I had in mind. And so we came in the next day, and I interviewed with Johnny Gray at his Gray Pumping office, actually down on Hermosa Street at that time. And I had no idea about oil and gas. He had no idea about accounting. It was an interesting interview. And I walked out. We drove around the town. Of course, I had hauled hay in the summertime out of here back up to the ranch, and so I understood Artesia. But anyway, we drove around. Well, it was only 96 in Artesia, and they actually had green trees and grass. And I says, well, what do you think about Artesia? I says, I don't know that I have any chance of a job. And she looked at me and she says, well, this is a lot nicer than El Paso. So 3 interviews later, we wound up in Artesia.
Awesome. And what all have you done? I mean, you've worked in the oil and gas industry, but other than that, what all have you been involved with?
Well, in the oil and gas industry, that truly was the focus of most of my life. You know, I worked for Mac Chase and Johnny Gray basically from 1980 to 92. They separated the companies, and I stayed with the Gray side, which stayed as Marbob. Both men were highly successful. We were very close to Mac Chase's family and spent all of our summers before 92 on vacation with them and all. It winds up being a thing where my faith is probably the thing that is the most time spent outside of actually work, which hopefully that's what most everybody in Artesia spends most of their time with. And then obviously my kids were born in 82 and 84, and the rest of the time you spend with your kids.
One of the things, Ray, that you have been involved with for a long time, and I didn't know how long, so maybe the fans don't know, but you've been involved even though you were a basketball guy, even though you came into Artesia a Lobo basketball guy, and probably, like you said, you wanted to play at the high school level. You found out down here in Artesia that we have basketball, but we also have this sport, football, and you've been pretty involved with the football program. Why don't you talk a little bit about that, A Club, and the story there?
Yeah, I came to work for Marbob in 1980, and in August, Mac came in and asked me if I wanted to go to quarterback club. Well, he knew my wife was still in California. I had nothing to do on Tuesday night. And I says, what's quarterback club? And he says, well, that's the football booster club. And I says, well, Mac, I'm a basketball guy. And he says, oh, come on. If you stay in Artesia, you'll probably learn to like football. Well, I went all that year to quarterback club with Mac, and he asked me at the end of the year if I would be interested in being secretary treasurer the next year. I says, well, Mac, if you want me to be in, if they need somebody, that would be fine. Right. So the next year at the first meeting, I got elected as secretary treasurer. That was 1981. I've been in quarterback club ever since, so that calculates up to about 41 years that I've been attending quarterback club. Right. And since 81, except for 1 year, I've either been secretary treasurer, president, or vice president. And there's a lot of other folks who have served long, lengthy terms, and that's what makes quarterback club, you know, a very stable organization, is because a lot of times our high school booster organizations, the parents run it, and as their kids graduate, then they move on. Right. I came in, I didn't have kids until 82, 84, so I was in quarterback club. My kids didn't play football. It worked out great. Well, we enjoyed it, and I still enjoy quarterback club, and I certainly enjoy the quarterback son, quarterback dad program, and I have had a chance to meet a lot of really great young men in that program.
Yeah, and there's a lot of schools around. I have personal friends that grew up here, were quarterback sons, played football, and they've moved off now. But when they go, their kids started growing up in their towns, if they didn't have something like it, they started it because it was such an impression upon us as players for the quarterback club, all you guys, the members that would be our quarterback dad and all that stuff. And so it is a fantastic organization. So I'd like to thank you as being such a strong member. And you're exactly right. It's the Booster Club in Artesia is very unique in the way that you just described it. And it's a great thing.
So, Ray, go ahead and introduce your family to everybody. You've talked about your kids a little bit, but introduce your family.
Yeah, well, my wife is Mary, and obviously my oldest son is Joel. He's married to Robin Miller. They have 3 children, Paul, Katie, and Tommy. And it's a thing where we spend a lot of time watching them in their sports as they grow up. William winds up having Kirkland and Brecken as his daughters. He has a new young one, Rowan, who they were worried about him walking. Now that he's walking, they wish he was still crawling.
Yeah.
Because he's probably running.
Well, he is shaking and tearing everything in the house down and out. But anyway, it's a thing where there are blessings that you have children when you're young, because by the time you're my age, I'm not sure I could actually manage it. Well, I would just turn it over to my wife. She has the right mentality and attitude. But anyway, it's a thing where blessed with a wonderful family, and it's been really good. You know, I'm really thrilled that they all live here. And that's what's good about Artesia. We have so many families that have multiple generations that actually live here in our community, and and see and support all of their family, kids, grandkids, and all as they grow up, nieces, nephews, and stuff. And that's really tremendous.
It really is, and you see it across all the spectrums of the kids, everything that they're involved in. I mean, obviously we're at the football field right now, we're at the Bulldog Bowl, but you see it for the band and the cheerleaders and the choir students and up from the little leagues all the way through high school, and it is a tremendous thing.
Well, and it's a thing where I know one of my friends years ago was Mike McCloskey, who was County Line Dairy. And multiple people, when he moved to the community, invited him to come out to watch the football. Well, he wasn't a football guy. Well, he finally got talked into it. His wife sat up there, visited with the friends. He wound up standing up by the concession stand and visiting with all the business people. And they started making every game. His kids were out in the back playing with the roughhouse crew, playing football. And it wound up being a thing where he goes, this is great. I can see all of the business people in 2 hours, and I'm not sure he or his wife, either one, ever knew who won or lost the game when they left, but they had a great time. It was a social event and a business event for him.
And a great atmosphere. Absolutely. Well, Ray, thank you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Glad to be a part of it.
All right, Bulldog fans, stay tuned. We'll come back here. One more segment here in the Sideline Show, brought to you by Faith Baptist Church. We'll be right back.
Well, I may have had the right thing.
My name is Larry Dean. I'm the discipleship pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
What's up, Bulldog fans? My name is Bosch from Upchurch. I'm the worship pastor at Faith Baptist Church, and I just want to take this time to invite you to jump in with us every single Sunday morning. We have services at 10:30 a.m. to praise God, to worship corporately as a family, and so I want to invite you. We'd love to have you. Go Bulldogs.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. Friday night lights are upon us. You got the lights on. We got the teams warming up behind us. The atmosphere is continuing to get better and better as the minutes tick by, Robbie, and we've got a lot of excitement here at Bulldog Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely we do. We're excited about Friday night football again, playoff implications tonight, district championship on the line in a form or fashion of it. So, and let me correct something. Ray was gracious enough to let me know during the break, let us know. I said a 16-man team for the playoffs. It's not anymore. It's 12-man. 12 teams make it, top 12. And with Alamogordo being ranked 13th right now, that's why they're right there on the bubble. If they beat the Bulldogs, they might be able to move up to 12 or 11.
Well, more than likely they will, and I'll tell you why. And it happened 3 years ago where the Artesia Bulldogs ended up losing to Alamogordo in the last game of the season. And if Alamogordo wins, Artesia cannot be in the playoffs if Alamogordo is not. And so Artesia's been top 3, 4, 5 team all year. Yeah. The record shows that we should be there. If we end up going 1 and 2 in district, the chances are very high that we get all 4 teams of our district in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
But that's why it's such a big deal to Alamogordo, because really that's their only route in, more than likely.
Right.
For Artesia, as you said, we control our own destiny. We control what we can control. We win, then we could win the district championship.
So coming in tonight, we talked about Jake Barrera a little bit. Also want to mention Seth Johnson on defense. He has been just an absolute great captain from his middle linebacker position, and has grown. We've seen him get better and better all year long, as we've seen all the players. But really in his leadership role, Seth leads that defense and does a great job at it. So number 10 tonight for the Bulldogs, Seth Johnson, we need to watch him.
Yeah, absolutely. He is a monster in the middle.
He is. All right, keys for the game tonight. Keys for Alamogordo and the Bulldogs, and what we think, or we're going to discuss what they need to do to win. First of all, for the Alamogordo offense, they've got to get going tonight. They got to start clicking early, get some drives on the Artesia Bulldogs, score some points early, build some confidence. It can be intimidating coming into this world-famous Bulldog Bowl, and the stands and the atmosphere and everything we're talking about. So need to get that offense going tonight.
Yeah, and it's a tough row to hoe, because the Artesia Bulldogs defense has just been consistently getting a little stronger every week, which they should. But a great defense for the Bulldogs, who had a tough task last week with Goddard's running game, and was able to, for the most part, keep them under control, which is hard to do with a team like Goddard. So it's going to be a tough road for Alamogordo, but they have to do that to have a chance.
Absolutely, and then they need some big plays tonight. I know they methodically, to an extent, because their passing game is not as good as their running game, they want to take it down the field, running the ball, setting up the pass, and they need to have some big plays tonight in order to do well against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and anytime you have big plays, it really swings that momentum. We talked a little bit about that last week. The momentum is a big thing in sports, and so if you have a big play, it really builds your momentum.
And then they need to manage the clock. So important for every team. We talk about it week in and week out, but they need to manage the clock against the Bulldogs. I say that, I put that in there, and I sat back and I thought, we knew time of possession last week. Goddard doubled us in time of possession last week, but they weren't getting the defense shut down their running game to an extent, as you already mentioned. So, but every team's got to come in and manage the clock. They can't just keep giving the ball to the Bulldogs. If we have double the offensive time or time on the clock that another team does, that other team's in trouble.
Yeah, they are, and more than likely they've got stomped, really, because we do have a quick scoring offense, both with our run and our pass. We've seen some long runs this year by Barrera, and so anytime he may go the distance. And of course, with our passing game, we've seen a lot of great passes from Taylor to his receivers.
Yeah. So the Artesia Bulldogs coming in tonight in order to be successful and do their part to try to win that district championship. They need to score quickly tonight. Again, walking into this bowl and knowing the history of it, and going in the locker room and coming down the ramp and warming up on the field, we've talked to players that have done that, and it can be intimidating, and you're a little bit in awe. You just can't help it. And when the Bulldogs jump on you quickly and they score quickly, it's just hard to recover from that for visiting teams.
Yeah, so it's always great whenever the Bulldogs do that, and that's their intent. For years and years and years, I watched them when we'd win the coin toss, we would always receive. And I always had people say, because it's a philosophy, a lot of people say, well, you want defense first, but it seems like the Artesia philosophy has always been, let's jump on them and get a touchdown immediately, and let's get them on their heels.
Yep, absolutely. So need to see the Bulldogs do that tonight and then execute well. They have stepped it up. They've executed better last week than they did the week before. That's always the goal of the Bulldogs, is to get better every week. The first season, right, regular season, then we hit district second season. The coaches all tell you they just want to get better every week. Let the record take care of itself. Get in the playoffs, best seed you can, and then just go from there. So we want to see the Bulldogs, and they need to execute better this week than they did last week.
Yeah, execution is critical. We've seen our team have some spurts where they've lost some execution, and when they have, we see penalties, we see turnovers, and so execution is always critical.
Yeah, absolutely. And then don't let up.
Yep.
It'd be real easy tonight, and it was frustrating as a coach when, and I'll just say it like everybody's thinking it, right? The Bulldogs should win tonight. That's what everybody's thinking that to an extent. I know it's going to be a hard-fought game. Alamo's going to have a lot to say about that tonight. But coming in, you got a number 4 team against a number 13 team. You look at the records, you look at the rosters, you look at everything. Conventional wisdom says the Bulldogs should win. If the Bulldogs get up, as they should, and we want them to, they cannot let up. They need to keep that foot on the throttle, and they need to finish the game strong.
Yeah, every coach in America will tell you, put your foot down.
Yeah.
When you start and you get up, you need to finish it, and that's what the Bulldogs need to do, and they need to do that the remainder of the season.
Yeah, so we've got 2 teams coming on. You can see them behind us, folks. Excited about the game tonight. District matchup between the Artesia Bulldogs and Alamogordo Tigers. Joby, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope that if you're anywhere around Artesia and you're watching this, come on down to the bowl if you're not already here. Come down here, enjoy the atmosphere. It's one of those electric atmospheres. I hope you can make it here. But if you can't, stay tuned right here on KSVP Radio and or KSVPTV.com, as we're going to have the pregame show coming up, interview with Coach Maupin, interview with Coach, I think it was Coach Bowden this week, scout team coach, and of course 7 o'clock Friday Night Lights right here live. So stay tuned or get to the bowl. We'll see you at 7.
This
Is it?
the final game of the district season for your Artesia Bulldogs. And tonight, it all comes down to this, as your Bulldogs return home to the Bulldog Bowl to square off against the Tigers of Alamogordo. Bulldog Sports on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com are presented by ENMU Roswell, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Ford Sales, J.S. Ward & Son Insurance, La Fonda, Sandy Stockton and State Farm of Artesia, Smile Expressions, Artesia Family Health Center and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia General Hospital, Roswell Seed Company, Guy Chevy, KFC of Artesia, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Pop's Diner, Forest Tire, Western Bank of Artesia, Artesia Credit Union, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Eastern New Mexico University, Catalyst Church, Brandon Williams and Farm Bureau Insurance, Cisco Equipment, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, TMJ Auto, New Hope Baptist Church, H&R Block of Artesia, Castle Rentals, Kane Electric, Frost Mortgage, Incredible Printing, Bobcat Auto, and Tate Branch of Artesia. Now, here's your hosts, Joby Hodling and Robbie Ballou.
When I was young, I thought I had forever to prepare for retirement. But as the years went by, retirement got closer and closer. And, well, I wish I'd have started saving 10 years earlier.
How you spend your retirement depends on what you do now while you're still working. We've helped a lot of area seniors prepare for retirement. Stop in and see us about saving for yours. Western Bank of Artesia. We're big on you. Member FDIC.
My name is Jathan Duran. I'm a junior, and my number is 26. I play wide receiver. My guardian is Iris Bello and Adam Bello. And I have 7 siblings. I have Cross, RJ, Mariah, Gable, Audrey, and Lex. I play baseball and track. My favorite football team is Las Vegas Raiders, and what I like most about being a Bulldog is the tradition and being able to play the sport.
My name is Bradley Valenzuela. I'm going to be a junior this year. My number's 28, and I play slot and running back. My mom and dad's name is Brittany and Mark Valenzuela. My little brother's name is Brent Valenzuela, and I also play baseball. My favorite college team is named Texas Longhorns, and the thing I like most about being a Bulldog is probably school spirit.
My name is Christian Roma. I am a senior in high school. My number is 37, and my position is linebacker. My mom's name is Letty Romo. My dad's name is Charlie Romo. I have a sister, her name being Bianca Romo, and one older brother being Charlie Romo as well. My other sports include being a manager for basketball and running track, and other activities are NHS, which is pretty much just an honors thing. My favorite NFL team is the Seattle Seahawks, and what I like most about being an Artesia Bulldog is being a role model for the younger generations.
My name is Josiah Rodriguez. I'm in 10th grade. My number is 43 and I play corner. My dad's name is Raul Rodriguez. My mom, Sheila Rodriguez. And my sister, Kylie Rodriguez. My brother, Brody Rodriguez. And I play football. And I also play baseball for the school. And my favorite college is Notre Dame, and my favorite NFL team is the Dallas Cowboys. And the thing I like most about being a Bulldog is that I can share the experience with my dad.
Hello, my name is Mark Anthony Munoz. I'm a senior. I'm number 59. I play defensive end. My parents are Priscilla and Ricardo Munoz. I play kickboxing out of school. And my favorite college is NMSU. My favorite NFL team is Denver Broncos, and I like that I get to hit people.
My name is Blaze Burns. I'm a senior, number 32. I play corner. I have 3 siblings, my brothers, Blaine, Bryce, and Jonathan, and I have my 2 parents, Melissa and Ryan Gear. I also participate in track and field, and my favorite college team is Southern Miss, and my favorite NFL team is the New York Giants. My favorite thing about being a Bulldog is they have a great development program to where you can become a better athlete and a better person. You can be around great coaches, great fans, just everything that you want to experience in high school football.
Hi, my name is Vance Kabagasan, and I'm the 11th grade, and my number is number 60, and my position is right tackle. My parents are Andrea Gamboa, and my dad is Gary Kabagasan. My siblings are Dalen, David, and Vincent Ray. They're all amazing. I love them to death. This is really the only other sport I'm involved in. I love it. I would never switch. This is what I'm sticking with for the rest of my life. My favorite college team is probably going to be SDSU. I grew up in San Diego, California, so I got to stick with where I came from. And what do man, there's a lot of things. I don't think I could really put a name on what I love to do the most of being a Bulldog, but just the energy and just coming out on game days, that's one of the best things you could ever experience.
Best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
A mammogram can detect a breast lump before you can feel or see it. If you're over 40 and have been putting off your annual screening, don't delay. It's an easy way to take care of yourself today. Artesia General Hospital offers mammograms using the most accurate 3D technology. We have your comfort and convenience in mind, with appointments averaging just 15 minutes from start to finish. Remember, early detection saves lives. Request your mammogram appointment at artesiageneral.com/MAMMO.
Did you know Artesia Ford has been open for 50 years and owned by the same people for every day they've been open? I'd say they must be doing something right.
By the same people? So the person I bought my truck from might have sold my grandfather his trucks?
I bet they did. That's a family tradition I could be proud of.
Artesia Ford, open for 50 years and counting. Visit Artesia Ford at 307 North 1st Street in Artesia to be a part of a family tradition you can count on for the next 50 years.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
All right, Bulldog fans, joined now by Coach Bowden, and he's going to be talking about the Alamogordo Tigers and the scouting report for you guys, the fans. And Coach, final district game, you got a big win against Goddard last week, and now you got the Alamogordo Tigers coming into the bowl. Let's start with their offense. How do they look size-wise, speed-wise? What kind of offense can we expect?
Well, they're predominantly run, 70-30. Okay. So we expect to see the ball on the ground a lot, but they have spread it out some. I noticed last week against Roswell and the week before against Goddard, they spread the ball out when they needed to. Were they effective throwing the ball? Not as much as they want to. I know Coach Cisco's over there. Same as Roswell. His dad coached at Roswell High for several years, won a state championship there. They're predominantly run, and they want to power that ball down your throat.
Size-wise, they got some big kids and some fast kids, or are they more than just average?
You know, it's a good matchup for us. They've got a couple of 250s in there, but, you know, it's a good matchup for us. They don't have anybody over 300. We've got a couple of big guys like that. But so it should be a good matchup. Real good. And as far as what they run the ball 70, they throw 30, but what kind of a set, do they have kind of a base set that the fans can expect to see? Yes, sir. They do a tackle over with the tight end on the backside next to the guard, sometimes with two backs in backfield, sometimes with three. And then they'll go shotgun with two backs as well. So, you know, they do mix it up quite a bit. So our defense has their hands full with a bunch of different sets that they got to be prepared for, as well as throwing the ball when the time comes. So, you know, I think we're gonna see everything. They have nothing to lose. Right. If they win this ball game, they're gonna get in the playoffs. Kind of like what they did 2 years ago. They came over here and beat us in our own place, and they got in the playoffs, and we barely did. Right. Well, so that's their offense. How about defense? What's their base defense look like? Do you guys anticipate them to try to play a zone against our passing game, or because Bulldogs this year, just like almost every other year, but this year seems even more dominant in pick your poison is what you're telling the defense. You guys want to try to drop back? We're going to run the ball. You're going to try to bring it. We're going to pass it. And we game plan over the weekend, trying to say, okay, what's their best chance of stopping us? What will they do to stop us? Are they going to load the box, try to stop the running game, or are they going to spread out and try to stop the passing game? So, you know, we got to be able to adjust. Just like against Goddard, they went to a defense we hadn't seen them in all year. They stunted a lot more than what they did all year, and so, you know, people do different things against us, so we got to make in-game adjustments, and I think Coach Moppin and Coach Rodriguez do a real good job of doing that. Defensively, they start out in a 3-2, which is, some people call it a 3-4, but they'll bring those outside backers up on the line and stunt. The coach, the defensive coordinator, was from Hobbs, and he does a lot of the same things they did over there, and they like to bring their linebackers. They like to stunt, and especially against us, they'll mix it up and bring people. In the backside of it, you'll see usually one safety high, sometimes two. If they expecting pass, they'll have two safeties back there. But most of the time, I think they're going to have one safety and be in some sort of six-man front against us. Well, so that's you guys believe that's the poison they're going to pick. See if you can throw exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've been running, you know, the ball over 200 yards against some pretty good teams. Yes. And so, you know, we'll see. We'll wear them out, and then we'll run the ball against them. There you go. Well, from a special teams perspective, I know, and I can't remember if he graduated or not, they had a really good kicker, young man that either is gone on to play college football or was going to try to. He may still be in school. But how does their kicking game look? What are you guys anticipating there? That young man's name was Brett Money.
Yes.
This is his younger brother,
Okay.
who's actually bigger
Okay.
and probably has a stronger leg than the older brother. So he's a pretty good sized man. He boy, right? He's just a junior, left-footed, and he can put the ball where he wants to. He made a 45-yard field goal last week against Roswell High, so he has the leg. He also doubles as their punter, but he's not as good as he is kicking the ball. He's a better kicker than he is punter, but he gets the ball down there, and if we let it hit the ground, it's going to roll for. He had a 76-yard punt earlier in the year against Lovington. So, we've played a lot of the same opponents, so there's a lot of comparison there, but this year is beyond any other. You're not going to compare scores because you don't know who they had playing for them at the time.
Exactly.
Or not.
Well, one of the exciting things, and I thought that his younger brother, Brett Money, had graduated, but he had a younger brother, so I was right.
Yes.
But one of the exciting things to me is when the other team has a great kicker, a lot of times they'll kick it to us.
That's right.
They'll try to kick it over us into the end
That's
zone, and then
right.
that gives us an opportunity to run that starburst.
That happened last weekend. Goddard thought on the first kickoff. After that, they did get one in the end zone, but every other one should have gone out of bounds.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, Bulldog fans, I hope you're here already in the bowl. We got coming up right here at the top of the hour, Friday Night Lights, Bulldogs against the Tigers of Alamogordo. So if you're not here, hustle down. You can still get here and support these young men and their coaches and all the other kids involved, band and cheerleaders. If you can't make it, then stay tuned right here on KSVP Radio or KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to play.
Your pet is an important member of your family. That's why at Artesia Animal Clinic, we strive to provide complete care for your pet. Our services include dental, lab, preventative medicine, surgery, and ultrasound, along with herd health for our livestock friends. We also know how busy you are, so we'll do our best to accommodate your schedule. Meet our doctors and staff by visiting artesiaanimalclinic.com or just drop by our clinic at 110 West Mahone, across from the Artesia Ford Service Center. Artesia Animal Clinic, serving the needs of your pets and livestock 24/7, 365 days a year.
Paul tells us in Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 32, "Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you." See, God calls his followers to be those that share his love with the world. What does God's love look like? It looks like each person offering a kind response. It looks like tenderness that shows empathy for other circumstances. It is extending undeserved forgiveness when an offense has been made. It is pointing the world to Jesus through our obedient acts of kindness towards the world around us. Be kind. Be kind to those you work with. Be kind to those you run into at a game, at the grocery store, at a restaurant. Be kind to your family and your friends. Be kind. And also, please remember to come and visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ, either on Saturday, October 30th from 5:30 to 7:30 for trunk or treat, or for our worship service at 10 a.m. on Sundays at our building just north of Walmart.
The demand for registered nurses continues to grow. Now is the time to apply for New Mexico's #1 ranked nursing program at ENMU Roswell. A new class of first-year students will be accepted for this coming January 2022 semester. Receive state-of-the-art training with experienced faculty who will prepare you for a rewarding career in nursing. Application deadline is November 5th. For more information, call 575-624-7401.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Joby Hodling here. Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Joby Hodling here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, joined by the head coach of the Artesia Bulldogs, Coach Jeremy Maupin. And Coach, first off, congratulations on a big win this last week. Why don't you talk a little bit about the win over the Goddard Rockets? Give the fans a real brief recap from your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good win, a good team win. I thought we came out and we started really fast. You know, we had a great return, got the ball in the end zone in a couple plays, and then got a turnover on the kicking game. And so I wish we would have capitalized on that next, getting another touchdown in and gotten to go up 14-0 there. But then our defense came in, and, all week we really preached like we got to match Goddard's physicality, and I think our kids answered the bell. They tackled well. They were in the backfield all night, caused turnovers. Just really excited to see those guys playing good football, and especially with some new guys over there really starting to settle into some positions that we've moved them in the last few weeks. So excited about that. And then offensively, I thought we got stronger as the night went on. And, two platooning, that's always been kind of the goal. As the game goes on, we should get stronger. And I thought, especially our running game got stronger and stronger and stronger in the third and fourth quarter. Jake had some big runs, and our O-line opened up some big holes. And I thought we were balanced, throwing the ball, and so it just really a team win. I thought our special teams had a big night, big turnover. Had a new field goal kicker, and he was 100% on the night on his PATs. Kicked the ball where we wanted him to kick it all night, and our guys got down and had some big tackles and some big moments there too. So really a complete game, and so excited to see that at this point of the year, and hopefully we can build on that in the next few weeks.
Well, you've got your final district game tonight right here at Bulldog Bowl, taking on the Alamogordo Tigers. Looking to that game as your final district game, if you can close out the season with that win, then it'll be up to what happens with the other schools in terms of who wins this district. I believe the toughest district in the state. But why don't you talk just a little bit about Alamogordo, how practice has gone this week, and what you're looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, I mean, our practices have gone really well this week. Our kids know that we can't look past this game, and we know that we've got to play well. We know, we told them, really, this is Alamo's, where this is the game they have nothing to lose. They're going to come in and give us everything they have, their best shot. They've had success here before, and so we know that we gotta have a good week of practice. We know our guys got to be ready to play, and we got to continue getting better. And we also talk about, this is our last week to sharpen up any thing that we need to sharpen up going into the playoffs. And so we want to continue the momentum. We thought we played pretty good football the last couple weeks, so we want to make sure that we end our district season with good football and then carry that momentum into the playoffs next week.
So the playoffs, just to remind the fans, if you do happen to make a top 4 seed, you get a bye in the first round. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you do get into the top 4 seeds, and there won't be a football game the next weekend, you guys will have a week to build and to maybe heal up anything where you got some possible injuries. And then the following week will be the quarterfinal round, so that next week first round, week after that quarterfinals.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if you are in the top 8 seeds, then you do get a home game for sure the first round, and then and again, this is just as much for the fans as anything, but you get a first round seed if you're in the home game the first round, whether it's quarterfinals or the first week.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then after that, the semifinals and finals are based on the home and home previous experience.
Yeah, who owes who? Yes, sir.
Who owes who? All right, Bulldog fans, we've got the game coming up, the last home game of the season, regular season for 2021 against the Alamogordo Tigers here at the top of the hour. If you're already in the bowl, great. If you're not, come on down and support these young men and their coaches. We'll, of course, have the band and the cheerleaders and a full crowd here, so come and be a part of that. If you can't, you live somewhere else, we thank you for watching and or listening here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. And so stay tuned. Top of the hour, we got Friday Night Lights, Bulldogs taking on the Alamogordo Tigers.
Insurance Corporation is programmed to build interpersonal relationships with members of family units. We communicate on a four-name basis with all customer numbers.
Only a human who knows you can create a plan that's right for you. That's why for 80 years at Farm Bureau Financial Services, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
I'm Brandon Williams, Artesia's local Farm Bureau agent. Call us today, 746-2171.
Incredible Printing is open for business. Located across the street from the Derek Floor statue in Artesia, Incredible Printing is Artesia's only local printer. Incredible Printing makes your business that high-flying brochure needed to advertise those new services or products. Incredible Printing also specializes in all carbon copy books and material. Georgia and her team at Incredible are excited for 2021. Incredible Printing is open in Artesia, across from the Derek Floor statue.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy, Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful decor from the Southwest and beyond, and quality outdoor furniture and accessories that are built to last a lifetime. At Casa Decor, they have over 10,000 square feet of showroom for everything you need. Casa Decor opens 7 days a week from 9:30 to 5 at 1214 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso, or online at casadecorruidoso.com. Proud supporter of local high school sports.
Hey Bulldog fans, I'm Pastor Nolan Frederick with Catalyst Church. We're cheering the Bulldogs on to another victory, and we would love the opportunity to tell you about the victory you can have in Jesus Christ. I invite you to join us at Catalyst Church on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. The dress is casual, teaching is helpful, the music rocks, and your kids will have a blast. We hope to see you this Sunday at Catalyst Church at 13th and Hermosa in Artesia. Go Bulldogs!
Bulldog fans, we are live at Bulldog Bowl in Artesia, New Mexico. Friday Night Lights is upon us. The lights are shining down on the young people and older people alike as they get down on the field to form the victory line for the Bulldogs when they come out to do the dog pile. This is Joby Hodling. I'm joined by Robbie Blue as usual. And Robbie, we got our final game of the regular season as the Artesia Bulldogs are hosting the Alamogordo Tigers.
We do. Bulldogs coming in tonight, and we covered it in the sideline show, but if you missed it, let's just cover it and talk about it a little bit. Bulldogs coming in tonight with the district championship on the line. Part of it's in their hands, and part of it will wind up being between Goddard and Roswell. If Artesia needs to take care of the win tonight against the Tigers, and then if Goddard beats Roswell, then Artesia winds up District 4A champions. If we lose tonight, or if Roswell beats Goddard, then Roswell will wind up district champ. Well, if we lose tonight, that would really make it messy if Roswell won. And anyway, so if we win and Roswell wins, Roswell's district champ. Tigers coming in tonight, ranked 13th in Max Preps. Only 12 teams make the playoffs, and so they're on the bubble right now. If they were to defeat the Bulldogs, then they get in, Joby.
I believe they will. If they were to defeat us, I think they would get in. The biggest wrinkle is if they beat us, we cannot be in the playoffs higher than them. We can't be seeded higher than them. Even though we'd be 1 and 2 in district, I still think we get in. So Alamogordo would have to go in with a higher seed than the Bulldogs. Obviously, Goddard and Roswell would be seated above them because they both beat Alamogordo. So we need to win the game tonight. We just need to get that done. I believe the Bulldogs will. I say we, Robbie. We both say we. We're former Bulldogs. We bleed orange. We're not playing, but it's just how we think. You know, we're part of the team. Obviously, it'll be the young men on the field tonight that gets the win.
Well, along with the other 4,000 or 5,000 fans right now that have gathered in the stands, it's we, Bulldog fans, and a few Alamogordo fans over there. I know coming in tonight, I was looking at 65 degrees right now, barely a breeze blowing. The lights are on. Alamogordo's coming down the visitors ramp, and so just excited about Friday night football on a fall brisk night.
Well, talking about down on the field, let's go to Jeff. Jeff, just give us your thoughts going into this final district season game here tonight. Well, we don't have Jeff. Let's see.
You hear me?
There he is. Go ahead,
Check.
Jeff. Yeah, you're on.
All right. Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
I'm glad to be here tonight. Hey, we got a great crowd cooking down here. The dog pile line's forming. It is 63 degrees down here on the field, just a slight breeze, and so I hope the Bulldogs come out and pick up where they left off last week.
We do too. Thank you, Jeff. So the Bulldogs getting ready to come out, as Jeff said. In fact, they're coming out of Bulldog, the locker room right now. The Alamogordo Tigers already on the field. They're racing down it as they are ready to go. Just exciting time tonight, Robbie. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Bulldog fans, stay tuned because we've got the kickoff coming up soon. The Bulldogs won the toss, and they are defending the north goal when we come back.
High-flying action is back on the High Plains as Eastern New Mexico University men's and women's basketball is back on the hardwood. ENMU has a thrilling home slate as they welcome in conference rivals and national runner-up West Texas A&M, in-state rival Western New Mexico, and many other exciting matchups that you don't want to miss. Season tickets start as low as $50 for the 2021-22 season. Call 575-562-2153 or visit goeasternathletics.com for more ticket information. ENMU Greyhound men's and women's basketball, all in.
Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia is your one stop for all your automotive needs. From GM certified service and parts, body and paint repairs, to a great lineup of new Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC models, along with our hand-picked selection of new-to-you cars, trucks, and SUVs, we've got you covered. We invite you to come see us today for excellent customer service and the hassle-free buying experience you deserve. You'll find us right here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, where we've sat proudly for almost 97 years, or at GuyChevy.com.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Hello, Bulldog fans. It's Martin from Frost Mortgage in Artesia, your local lender. While the Bulldogs are scoring high, your mortgage should be going low. Rates are at an all-time low, and it's time to cash in on it. So call Martin at 575-749-6278 to schedule your free consultation. Remember, you have a choice when it comes to your home financing, so don't be misled. Call Martin at Frost Mortgage today.
Frost Mortgage is a division of Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated and is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 3094.
We're having a good time, Bulldog fans. We're up here in the friendly confines of the press box, and somebody just walked by us, Robbie, and said it's kind of chilly out there. And so it's it's football weather, I think, finally. It's not freezing, but it's chilly. If you're sitting in the stands, you're probably cold, or you will be.
Yeah, football in Artesia is, I don't want to say it's year-round, but it's year-round.
Yep.
And you start off in August, 2 days, and it's hot. It's 105, and then by the end of district, we're getting into 60, 65-degree weather. And then even in playoffs, it can get pretty chilly at nights, here in the desert. So big change from the start of the season till now.
Yeah, here in the high desert, here in God's country, beautiful evening. As Robbie said, it's in the low 60s. Barely got a breeze trickling out. It's kind of coming out of the south a little bit, but it's so small. The big American flag down there is barely moving. So just a gorgeous night. As I said right before we went to break, the Bulldogs won the toss. They elected to receive, and they'll be defending the north goal. Alamogordo chose to defend the south goal, so the Bulldogs will be going from north to south here at Bulldog Bowl to start things out. If you're listening on the radio, the Bulldogs in their solid orange unis with the black numbers and the black on their shoulders, and the Alamogordo Tigers in their solid white uniforms or travel uniforms with the black numbers outlined by gold, and they're wearing their black helmets with the gold on it. And they are now on the field ready to kick off. It'll be Mooney, the younger brother. We've talked about Brett Mooney for a while, for the last 3 or 4 years. I think he was their kicker since he was a sophomore freshman. And now we have, and I'm going to find his name on here, number 2, and it's Braden Money. I said Mooney, I meant Money. Braden Money, he's a junior, and he is their kicker, so he's ready to go. Bulldogs back and ready to receive. He's going to kick it deep. We got a chance, Robbie. We're going to run the starburst. He goes over to the left side. Here it comes. And it goes around this side, and we got a lane. If there's not going to be any penalties, he's got a ways to go. Barrera breaks through one tackle, another one. He's to the 20. He's to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs, and that is starting fast, Mr. Blue.
And that's why most teams will kick it deep, right? Because they kick it deep. We run the starburst. Watson hands it to Estrada, 39. Help me here. I can look it up. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, Nia Estrada.
And Nia Estrada. Okay, hands it to Estrada. And then Jake Barrera, last man to come by on that starburst, hand it to him. And he just goes down that right sideline. I thought he was going to get tackled there, and he broke some tackles and went on into the end zone.
Well, that running back was coming out of him there because he did what he's been doing all season from the running back position. He broke 2 tackles there at about the 25, and then the 20. He finished off a tackle, and he went on in for the touchdown. So the Bulldogs lead 6-0. 11:46 to go here in the first quarter. That took a total of 14 seconds.
And there was some great blocking down the field for him. I mean, he had a lane for a while, but then it took some good blocks to open it up too.
Yeah, some outstanding blocking, and I'll be honest with you, I lost it just for a moment. We're going to go for 2, going to run the option, and then going in is going to be Peyton Deans. He faked the pitch. He went on in. Bulldogs lead 8-0. With 11:46 to go here in the first quarter.
Just a great job, right? Just catch them off their heels right now, starting off the game, quick touchdown, and then go for 2. It gives other teams something to work on as we head into postseason play.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a break here. The Bulldogs 8, the Alamogordo Tigers 0. When we come back, we'll have the Bulldogs kicking off to the Tigers.
Hi, Cambria here from your Artesia KFC Taco Bell. As a mother of 2 young boys, I know how hard dinner time can be. So let us take the stress out of your day and do the cooking for you. Come try our $35 fill-up meal. It includes 8 pieces of original recipe chicken, 10 extra crispy tenders, sides, biscuits, and a half-gallon of lemonade or Pepsi. It's everything you need for a complete family picnic. We hope to see you soon at your local Artesia KFC Taco Bell.
The
The lobby is open. Come dine with us at your KFC Taco Bell in Artesia.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here again. The Artesia Bulldogs jumped out quick and early. It was one of the keys to the ball game that Robbie talked about in the sideline show. Bulldogs need to start quick, and I can't think of a quicker way to start than scoring in the first 14 seconds on a kickoff return.
No, you're absolutely right. Handed that ball to him about the 15-yard line. So I'm going to throw out there, maybe Josh will have that on stats, but about a 75, 85-yard touchdown. And those, I don't know if there's more exciting play in football than a punt return for a touchdown or a kickoff for a touchdown.
Right. All right, so I think it's Parrish doing the kicking, which he's done all season long, sophomore. So it is Jake Parrish, number 87 for the Bulldogs, as the Alamogordo Tigers back to return.
Number 5 is back deep for the Bulldogs, Robert Pullock.
And kick is going to go about to the 18-yard line, fielded there. Bulldogs defense is there, but he breaks an arm tackle. He's all the way to the 40-yard line before he's tackled out of bounds.
The Bulldog on the tackle is number 37. As he broke through some other ones, as Joby mentioned, that's for the Bulldogs, Christian Romo, that made that tackle. So they're going to start with the ball. We'll let them get it out there as the Alamogordo offense takes the field, and they get the ball from the Alamogordo sideline. Bulldog defense taking field for the first time. 11:40 left here in the first period, and Bulldogs lead 8-0. And the ball will be on the left hash at the 40-yard line.
And they look like us, Robbie. They come out with an A formation look. They got two slots, a wide out. Now they're going to come back in, double tie, or they got X back on either side, a fullback behind the quarterback, and the quarterback keeps it. He goes around the right side. He's got some running room. He's going to get close to a first down out close to the 50-yard line.
Bulldogs coming out against that formation right now in a 4-3 look, which is they're walking one linebacker in to help with that.
So it'll be second down and 1. He got 9 yards on the pickup out to the 49-yard line. The quarterback, Anthony Mello, a 6'1" senior. Running backs, and it depends on where they put them. We've got 3 running backs. We'll see them in the wishbone sum. Right now they got a fullback right behind Mello who's under center, wide out on either side. Turn, hands it off this time to the running back up the middle, and he's going to get right at 1 yard in the first down where they got him marked.
That's Johnson, Wesson, Luna, and number 77 for the Bulldogs in there. That's Ramirez. All 4 of them are in on that tackle. You know, they're running that basically triple option out of the double wing.
Yeah, and I believe Coach Bowden talked about we may see him in the wishbone some, but they'll run it out of that double wing. It's something Goddard does as well. We see it a lot. Valencia does it. Even Roswell does it some. So they do have that double wing. Got a wide out on either side. And there was a false start. I saw him move, and I was wondering if the official, he was standing right there, number 13, the wideout, flinched. And so that's a false start, 5 yards back. It'll be 1st and 15 from their own 45.
So it'll be interesting to see if the quarterback's actually reading that triple option or not as the game goes on, because he'll either read depending on where the tackle's lined up. If he's outside the tackle, then he'll read him, or he'll read the defensive end. So we'll watch that, or if it's a called play.
I believe that was Ryan Stovall that ran the ball just a moment ago. He's number 33 in the backfield behind Mello. They got that double wing, wide out on either side. Quarterback under center. Mello turns. He hands it off. And that was just a trap play, I believe, right up the middle. He picks up about 3 yards. It'll be second down. We'll call it 2.5. We'll call it 3. Second down at 13 for the Alamogordo Tigers.
Yeah, number 66 for the Bulldogs. He shot the gap, and I thought he was going to get him in the backfield, and he just missed him. And that is for the Bulldogs.
Gage Donaghy.
Yeah, Donaghy, that just missed the tackle for a loss.
All right, so a pickup of about 2. We'll call it 2.5. It'll be second down and a long 12 or short 13s. Now they're going to line up with that wishbone look. Mello takes a look over the defense. Bulldogs showing some stunting here. Got one wide out to the near side, ball in the far hash turn. They're going to run it that way. Quarterback keeps it, and he should have probably pitched it. But the Bulldogs really, if he had pitched it, it might have been a touchdown the other way because the Bulldogs played perfect defense.
Well, they stacked the box that time. Had 8 guys in the box against that wishbone look. And when he didn't hand it to the fullback, Riley Jarrett hit the quarterback immediately, wrapped him up, and took him down.
And the corner, or it might have been an inverted safety, somebody on the other side was out there with that pitch man. When the quarterback turned and looked, he saw our guy going to him, and so he decided to hold on. And as you said, he didn't have much chance anyway. Jarrett was right there and wrapped him up. So it was a loss on the play, tackle for loss for Riley Jarrett. It's third down and about 16 for the Alamogordo Tigers, they got an A formation look, a wide out and a slot on each side, running back in the backfield. That's got to be a false start. They did not call it. Bulldogs putting on pressure right now, and we're going to have a sack. No, he gets it away, but it's going to be no good. And really, I thought maybe they called him down, but they did not, so it'll be 4th down and 16. Good defense, Robbie.
Absolutely good defense. That was number 58 for the Bulldogs, and I'm not seeing it, Joby. I don't see him on my roster. I don't see him on the starting lineups.
Daniel Reese, number 58?
Yeah, okay. So it's on yours. So he was the first Bulldog back there, was able to get a hold of his leg and force that throw.
All right, so Braden Money, also the punter for the Tigers. He's back ready to punt the ball. Bulldogs double teaming their wideouts. And here's the punt, the left footer. And he does a great punt. Bulldog backing up. I'm not sure who that is for the Bulldogs. Gets it at the 11. Looking for a lane. Now he's going to try to get outside. And he is tackled. Good tackle there by number 33 for the Alamogordo Tigers. And that's Ryan Stovall, their fullback.
And that's Finley Rascon for the Bulldogs, who went back about 10 yards and was able to field that punt. And then good coverage by the Tigers. He wasn't able to break anything.
Yeah, Rascon was looking to go to the left side, and then I'm not sure what he saw, but I think he saw Stovall coming, thought maybe he could get around him. And Stovall just did a good job of getting to Rascon before he could get around the corner and made a great open field tackle. All right, so the first time we've seen the Bulldog offense tonight. Bulldogs lead 8-0 with 8:40 to go here in the first quarter. Standard A formation look. Taylor has Barrera to his left in the shotgun turn, and he's going to hand it off to him. Nope, he catches it. He keeps it. He throws out there, and immediately hit is the Bulldog receiver, and I think that's Watson.
Well, yeah, he just threw that out in the flat to Watson, and coming up hard was Tristan Bertus for the Tigers, and hit him immediately and took him down.
So, yep, and so it was a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8, and the Bulldogs once again in that A formation look. Barrera to the left of Taylor. He hands it off to Barrera, trying to get around the outside corner, which he does. He spins through one tackle, breaks another tackle, still on his feet, finally taken down at the 35-yard line, a pickup of about 18 yards.
So got that 3-2 defense. They looked to blitz a linebacker in the middle, handed it to Barrera, went on the outside, and there was an opening, but just sheer will on his, breaking 2 tackles.
All right, so again, the Bulldogs hustling up to the line of scrimmage, going to hand off to Barrera up the middle. He had a little bit of a seam, and he busts through and picks up, looks like close to 5 yards, depending on the spot.
So just the run up the middle. Cole Rogers makes the tackle for the Tigers.
So pick up a 4 after the spot, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Artesia Bulldogs on their own 40-yard line. Taylor waiting the snap as he looks over the defense, brings a man in motion. It's 89. He hands it off to him. He's got a man out in front of him. He's got plenty of blockers out in front. He will pick up the first down, a pickup of about 7, maybe 8.
That's number 89, Seiss for the Bulldogs. Just came in motion, as you mentioned, handing the ball, and Jake Barrera led the way on the blocking with the receivers out there in the flat.
We talked about it in the pregame show. One of the things we've seen with our great running game this year is the receivers doing a great job downfield. We saw it right there. All right, so the ball remains on the far hash. Again, we got a slot and a wide out on either side. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the backfield in the shotgun. Looking over the defense, taking his time, and maybe just made a change at the line. Watching them sneak up. He's going to turn, hand it off to Barrera. Looks for a crease, makes one man miss, and is able to get on his own abilities about a 3-yard pickup. Robbie, he was hitting the backfield, but he breaks away from that young man.
Yeah, that was Herrera Hamilton, number 24 for the Tigers. As you mentioned, he broke free and Barrera got hit, but he kind of just shoved him away and then got picked up a few yards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7, 6:35 and counting here in the first quarter. A formation ball in the middle of the field. Barrera again to the left. They look like they're bringing 2 linebackers. They do. They're picked up. Taylor gets it away on an out route. That's caught by Watson, and he is tackled out there, but it's a pickup of about 9, maybe 10 yards, and that's a first down.
That's a good read by Taylor because they did bring a double blitz that time. 2 linebackers came. One was free, didn't have enough to block him, and he got rid of the ball quickly to Watson out in the flat.
So another big first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Alamogordo Tiger 37-yard line as we're marching down the field. 6:13 and counting here in the first quarter. A formation ball on the far hash. Barrera to the left of Taylor. Straight drop. Looking down the field. He's going to throw it deep. And that's Lopez, his intended receiver. And he almost brings it in, Robbie, but it falls to the ground.
So I got to give him credit here. I was a little hard on Taylor at first year on that deep ball. He wasn't laying it up enough, I thought. That was a perfect throw. He laid it up there. Lopez on the post route, split 2 defenders, and had it in the end zone. That was a perfect throw by Taylor between two Tigers.
Yeah, Lopez, one of our long, deep threats all year long. He's had multiple touchdowns and long receptions. That time just unable to reel it in. All right, so it'll be 2nd and 10 at the Alamogordo Tiger 37. Snap is back, going to hand it off to Barrera, and this time they trip him up. Looks like possibly a loss on the play. Let's see where they mark the ball down.
Well, that's a good play by number 33 because Barrera almost had that corner, but Stovall came in there for the Tigers and was able to just get a hand on a foot and trip Barrera up.
And we show that they've got 3, but sometimes 5 two-way starters. They got 3 starting guys on defense that start on offense, and they've got 2 more that sub in. So Alamogordo with some two-way starters on the field. It was a loss of 1, so it'll be 3rd down and 11. Trips to the far side, ball near the middle of the field. Taylor looking at the line. He draws him offside. Just a good hard count. Get 5 yards out of that one.
And I'm looking at the defense. They got 2 down linemen. They got 2 stand-up ends, but they're bracketing the wide side of the field slot. And safety was over on the other hash. There really wasn't a safety in the middle of the field. So that's interesting.
Yeah, so they're man-to-man on this side. Let's see if we go back to that trips look. If we do, then you know they're going to have a hard spot over here. And so now they bring that safety. They do keep him in the middle of the field. Now he's going to fade that way. Snap is back, going to run the speed option. Pitch to Barrera. He's to the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's tripped up. Man, he burst through that hole, Robbie.
I'm telling you, it's just a great setup by the coaches, right? They run away from the trips, the speed option, so we have the numbers on the right side. Taylor draws in his guy, pitches it perfect, and Barrera didn't get touched till about the 8-yard line where number 24 tripped him up. Herrera to Hamilton.
And he was a blur. He was running so quickly. All right, 1st and goal, I'm sorry. Ball in the near hash. We got a timeout taken by Alamogordo. And so we're going to take a timeout as well. You know what? Let's keep it here and go down to Jeff. And Jeff, you can talk a little bit about this quick start the Artesia Bulldogs have here tonight.
Guys, I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, Peyton Deans on that kick return. He was the lead blocker up through there that allowed Barrera to get up through there and make that touchdown. But also, I think we can kind of see the evolution of Barrera as a running back. You know, early in the season, he wasn't breaking as many tackles as he is now, but he got a taste for it. He learned how to get under his pads. He hits and he spins. He keeps those legs moving. He's really progressed as a running back, and I think that's paying off for us big time.
Couldn't agree more. He is really shining, and even though we throw the ball a lot, as we've talked about in this league, we run it almost as much, if not as much. And this year, Barrera is really doing a good job with his running attack. And it does all start up at that offensive line. It doesn't hurt that we got these receivers that are willing to go down the field and block. It's just the offense is really kicking right now.
Yeah, I think it's a great point by Jeff as Jake is really developed in not only running style but finding the openings and being – he's patient when he needs to be, but he kicks on the jets when he needs to also and going up that middle. So I think it's a great point out. Great job by Jeff pointing that out in his progression.
All right, so we've got 4:52 to go here in the first quarter. The Bulldogs 1st and goal at the Alamogordo Tiger 5-yard line. We've got an A formation look, and now we're going to split the slot on that side out a little wider. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. Going to run speed option the other way. Taylor is going to hold it, now pitch it. And good move there by the defensive back over there that recognized it quick and was able to come up and keep Barrera out of the end zone.
Tristan Barreras for the Tigers played that well that time. Taylor tried to draw him in, and he kind of slow played a little bit. And then when he pitched it, he was able to break off and go get Barrera.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal. We did gain a yard and a half. So 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line, 4:20 and counting. Again, the A formation look. Ball in the far hash as Taylor in the shotgun. Barrera to his right this time. Snap is back. Going to run the speed option this way. Taylor keeps it, and he will get in and score. Touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs.
That's just a great job by Taylor, recognizing that as soon as they see speed option, they're flying to the outside to stop that pitch to Barrera. And so he takes about 2 steps and then sees that opening up the middle and takes it into the end zone.
Total score 14-0. The Bulldogs in the swinging gate right now. They're looking over to the special teams coach saying, what are we going to run here? Coach Olivas talking to the special teams. We'll see if they swing out of it or if they go for 2 again. 14-0, 4:10 to go here in the first quarter. Man in motion, snap is back. They are going to run the pitch to the far side, and will he get in? He did not. So the score remains 14-0. The Bulldogs score quickly. They get the touchdown in the opening kickoff, and then defense holds. Offense drives the length of the field almost and went 70, 85 yards for the touchdown. We'll be back after this timeout.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. The Artesia Bulldogs kickoff team is on the field. The kickoff return for the Alamogordo Tigers lined up. Jake Parrish ready to go. 4:10 to go here in the first quarter, and the score 14-0, Artesia Bulldogs.
7:20 left in the first period. Goddard and Roswell tied at 0.
Kickoff is off to the left side. It's going to be fielded at the 18-yard line by number 13. He's going to go that way down the sideline. Ooh, he runs into a wall over there put up by who? Is that Jake Barrera?
Josiah Rodriguez, number 43.
Josiah Rodriguez with the big hit. All right, so the Alamogordo Tigers, good field position. They're going to start at their own 36-yard line as the defense for the Bulldogs comes back on the field. And the Bulldog defense have just been swarming this year, and they continued that there in the first series. They made the Alamogordo Tigers go backwards, so they actually lost, I think, 11 yards by the time it was all said and done when they punted. So it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Mello, the quarterback, has a triple option look behind him as he's got a full house, hands it off. Number 32 powers forward and is going to pick up 6 or 7 yards.
That's just a straight lead play out of the wishbone. We watched that through the 70s and 80s all the time. 2 backs leading through the hole and giving it to the one behind him and letting him pick up some yards.
So Damon Mayberry, the 5'10", 210-pound junior, he's a load. Whereas number 32 on his jersey, he just picked up about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Alamogordo Tigers. Ball on the far hash. They're going from right to left here as we look at them, from the south to the north here at Bulldog Bowl. Once again, they're going to have the wishbone look. Receiver to the near side. And the Bulldogs stacking up that defense, stacking up the line there. Mello, an offensive guard moves. That'll be a false start, and that'll bring them back 5 yards.
Really an adjustment for the Bulldogs to an extent. They're sitting in a 6-2 defense now when that wishbone formation comes at them. So filling up all the gaps, making it difficult to read for that fullback mesh, and then got the outside covered with the 2 linebackers to flow.
They talked about it. I was watching the two guys down the line, and they were looking at each other to make sure the Bulldogs didn't get in there and cause that. They did go false start on the Tigers, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 as that moved them back 5 yards. Looks like they're going to come into the wishbone once again. Mello will go under center. Number 21 is the receiver out here to the near side, Albert Moreno. Mello under center, snap. He's going to turn. They're going to run a sweep the other way. Bulldogs played it perfectly. And then he got by the first man, but the first man got back to him, and eventually they get him down, maybe a pickup of 2.
Yeah, trying to get outside on that time on the Bulldogs with 2 blockers out in front. And Peyton Dean shot through there, missed him, as you said, the first time, and then came back and wrapped him up. Other Bulldogs came in to help.
That was number 20, Joshua Sanchez, the 5'10", 175-pound senior for the Alamogordo Tigers that ran that ball to the right side. Picked up about 2. It's 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers as they huddle up. 2:31 and counting to go here in the first quarter. The Artesia Bulldogs leading the Alamogordo Tigers 14-0 here in Bulldog Bowl. All right, so we got a full house backfield. Wishbone, receiver to the far side, which is the short side of the field. Mello goes under center. He was looking back at the clock. He's about to run out of time, and now they're going to have another timeout taken by the coach for Alamogordo as the time clock was down to 1. So we'll take a timeout as well. The Bulldogs lead the Tigers 14-0. 2:13 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back after this great timeout.
Chaos Cafe is the place for amazing breakfast and lunch meals that cannot be beat. Stop by early on your way to work and try our freshly prepared French toast breakfast. Or meet with friends for lunch for our mouth-watering Texas chili cheeseburger. Chaos Cafe is at 501 South 1st Street in Artesia and open from 4:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Isn't it time you put a little chaos in your food?
All right, we're back here. The cheer camp. The cheerleaders had a cheer camp this week, Robbie, for the older young girls. They had one, if you remember, 3 weeks ago where had little bitty girls, I think 2 to 5 or something like that, or maybe 2 to 6 or 7. Now they've got older girls going down, so they're going to be cheering. But in the meantime, we're back here, 3rd down and 7. Now they've come back out in a look like ours. Mello's going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. Now he throws it down, and that is going to be caught or incomplete. We'll see.
I think he said incomplete.
I think he did too. It was great defense there. Did you catch our cornerback or whoever was on that receiver? Did you catch the number?
Yeah, it was Riley on coverage over there. Donaghy forced the pressure on the quarterback, and Riley was right there in good coverage for the Bulldogs.
All right, Philip Finley Rascon is going back to receive. He'll be about the 25. He may need to back up because Braden Money can punt it. We saw that last punt that he had. He put it over his head. He had to turn and go get it. Here's the punt. The left footer is going to kick it not quite as well as a while ago. It is going to go over to the sideline, though. They want to give him a chance. It goes out of bounds. See where they mark it down at the 25. So the Bulldogs' first offensive series started at the 15, and I'll let you go through that scoring drive.
So that scoring drive for the Bulldogs, they had 11 plays. They went 85 yards, and it was capped off by a 3-yard run by the Artesia quarterback, number 12, Nathan Taylor.
So that put us up to 14 points as we had scored the first touchdown on a kickoff return to open the ball game, and then we got a 2-point conversion. So it was 8-0. Then we drive from our own 15 to get the next 6 points. We went for 2 again, didn't make it, so 14-0. And now we started our 25. Slot and White on either side. Slot from the far side comes in motion. He hands it off to him. I believe it's Watson. Looks for somewhere to go, and we didn't get any blocks that time, Robbie. Good defense there by the Alamogordo Tigers, number 9 and number 33.
That was a good job by Stovall, number 33, as he caught him from behind. 9 kept him from getting outside, and then they both hit him at the same time, but Stovall came from behind too.
And those guys have got some speed, both Barris and Stovall. They're linebackers, and both of them with some good speed. All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. No gain that time. Ball in the near hash. As Taylor looks over the defense, they're showing stunt. They don't bring it. A little bit of a low snap. We're going to throw a good catch out there as it was a slant by the wide receiver. It looked like he picked up 11. He did, 1st and 10.
That's hard to do because Randall Hamilton's coming in on the slant, and the ball was thrown behind him, and he was able to reach back with both hands and bring that ball in. That's a great catch by Hamilton.
And not only was thrown a little bit behind, but Taylor threw a BB. He threw it hard. So great catch there by Hamilton, as you said. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs out at the...
They're saying no catch. Now the ref came in and said he didn't catch it.
Wow, we were already lined up. Everybody was all ready to go. Coach Maupin's coming out on the field now. We broke the huddle, lined up, and then an official came in really, really late. He's coming over. Normally you don't see the officials do this. You see the white hats do it. They come and talk to the coach, and he's not going to go all the way to the coach. He's going to come tell the sideline judge. But all right, so 3rd and 10 then. They wave off the what we thought was a catch. His back was to us. He must have been bobbling it maybe.
Yeah.
It must have been.
Yeah.
So an incompletion. It'll be 3rd and 10 at our own 25-yard line. A formation once again, 1:22 to go in the first quarter. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. He's looking this way. Now he looks back across the field. He's going to turn and run it, and he's going to get out to the 30, a pickup of about 5. So it'll be 4th and 5.
So really, I mean, I'm going to say this. Good job by Taylor. They bracketed the slots and had them inside and out covered. They pressed them. There really was nothing there. He kind of pumped the ball to hold the defense, tried to pick up what he could, but it's a good decision. Just live for another play.
So the Bulldogs will bring out the punt team. And, it probably won't happen, but this might be a good time to run a fake punt to show it to the rest of to everybody have to get ready for it in the playoffs. I know we're deep in our territory, but it's only 5 yards. They bring a hard blitz, almost block the punt, and then we're going to have a fair catch at the 36-yard line. Good punt there by Peyton Deans.
Yeah, that's a great punt. Great coverage by the Bulldogs because flying, I'm trying to get his number. He's walking on the sideline. Yeah, he had to fair catch that because, that's Estrada that was flying down the field for the Bulldogs, and he would have had him easily.
He would have lit him up.
Yeah, he would have lit him up. He would have. But he did a good job of just letting off at the end, too.
Yeah, he kind of, as he blew, he kind of sidestepped and kind of blew by him. But 43 seconds to go. The Bulldogs were forced to punt there. And so 14-0 is where we're at. If you're just joining us, we're in the first quarter. The Bulldogs lead by 14. Bello, the quarterback, is going to go in the shotgun this time. He's got a slot and a wide out to the far side. Snap is back, going to turn, hand it off, and found a crease for a moment. And the ball's out. Picking it up is the Artesia Bulldogs, so we're going to have a fumble. It'll be turnover, Bulldog football.
Well, it's just a run up the middle, but the Bulldogs are sitting in a 5-3, 8 men in the box.
Yeah.
And somebody reached in there and stripped that ball out. LaRock for the Bulldogs picked it up, and he got tackled immediately, but great job by the defense once again. And let me say this, 1:19 left in the first period. Goddard and Roswell tied still 0-0.
So Goddard unable to get in. They got the ball, I think, deep in Roswell territory on a turnover.
No, that was in their own territory.
Roswell was guarding, was driving. Okay, so 1st and 10 for the Bulldog offense. Ball in the near hash. And Taylor looks back to make sure he can go. The Whitehead gives the go-ahead. A formation. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. Throws a little wide receiver screen. Good blocking. And Lopez picking his way through traffic is going to pick up close to the first down, if not getting it.
Boy, number 64 for the Bulldogs, Loya, offensive tackle, got over there in front of that screen and then got on his block and drove the guy 10 yards down the field. And that's why that was successful. It's a great job.
I'm not sure what's going on, Robbie, but something happened that has got Coach Moppin out on the field, and Nathan Taylor is like talking to the other sidelines. I don't know if he's saying somebody needs help.
They're trying to make sure it's first down, not bringing the chains.
Well, the quarterback for the Bulldogs is walking all the way over. So maybe that's what Taylor was looking at. He was looking to the sideline, putting his hands out like telling Coach something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started walking over to the sideline for the
But now it's a yard short.
Now he's saying second down.
Yeah, it's a yard.
All right, so it looks like the officials changed their mind, which is all right. So it'll be second down and 1 at the 33-yard line of the Alamogordo Tigers. Going to turn just a quick pitch to Barrera. He's to the 30, and then he's going to be boxed in and slung out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, so that's just they were bringing a run blitz up the middle, trying to get through our line. We pitch it on the outside. Good call by the coaches. Barrera picks up yards, but again, Stovall, number 33, on the tackle for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's an inside linebacker. He's also the fullback, and he is all over the place. Good-looking young athlete. And now he's pointing, saying we're missing some players. Bulldogs are going to get a quick snap, and the Tigers take their last time out here with 1 second to go in the quarter. So they have no timeouts the rest of the half, as they've taken 3. There's 1 second to go in the quarter, and we're going to take a timeout as well. The score 14-0, our Artesia Bulldogs on top of the Alamogordo Tigers.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but the Moderna COVID vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
We got a little bit of time here. We're going to go down to Jeff. I was watching, Jeff, what was going on with that call. What could you see or hear from down there?
Well,
he knows he can't. We can't. Something going on with our microphone. There you are, I think, Jeff.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Football. They were.
Well, we lost you again.
So Nathan Taylor wanted his football. They had our football on their sideline.
Oh, I got you. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 25. Snap is back. He fakes the handoff. He's got a man in the end zone. That's Lopez. Touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs.
Again, a great throw by Taylor. Great route. I mean, it's just a go route by Lopez. Taylor laid that ball up, and he lets us that great athletic receiver time it, go up high, get it at the highest point in the corner of the end zone in the checkered mark back there, and touchdown Bulldogs. That's pretty to watch, Joby.
20-0. There was 1 second on the clock, so we run that one play. We score. We're going into motion on the swinging gate. We're going to swing out of it and kick the field goal, PAT here, or at least line up to kick the PAT. Nia Estrada, the holder, the kicker, Jake Parrish, the sophomore. Snap is back, holds it down, kicks up, and the kick looks good. And from here it did, and it's no good. So sometimes I can't tell. I thought it was good. All right, so 20-0 the Bulldogs. 20-0 the Bulldogs lead here at the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a break here from one of our many great sponsors. We'll be right back.
For over 77 years, you've counted on Forest Tire Company. Forest Tire knows that just being there for you is what matters most. That's why Michelin packs more innovation inside its tires to maximize performance without sacrificing capabilities, so you can continue to go the extra mile to be there for the ones who matter most. Be it your car, truck, RV, or semi, trust your tires to the folks who know more about tires than anyone else. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back. They flipped into the field. We scored with 1 second to go there, Robbie, and you said that was a beautiful sight to watch or something along those lines. It really was.
It really was. Taylor laid that up perfectly, put some air under it, let his receiver run down the field, time it, and go up high and get it. Lopez did. So just a great job. Great throw by Taylor and a good job by Lopez down there. And let me say this, after one period, Goddard leads Roswell 7-0. And again, we win this game, Goddard wins, we're district champs. So you ready, Joby? We want Goddard to win.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be kickoff here for the Bulldogs. 20-0 is the score as we missed the PAT. Parrish with the kickoff. Here it comes. They kick it to the left side and deep. Backing up, catching it at the 14 is the return man. And he will get to the 25 and then wrapped up and tackled. We do have a flag down. We'll see what that's all about.
So that's Metcalf for the Tigers who received that kickoff and went downfield. Sice for the Bulldogs made the tackle.
I'm thinking maybe it's an illegal block or holding or something on the kickoff return team because where he was placing the flag, you know, like if it's a spot foul. But if it's a spot foul and we're behind it, then it'll go from where the ball is down. Let's see what the call is. So the official is talking about it, and now he'll step forward and make the call to the crowd and to us. So it is a chop block, right?
Yep.
Against the Tigers. So
Block
they'll back it up.
Block below the waist.
Block below the waist. It takes them back inside the 15-yard line. So they'll start. I think that's their worst starting position. They've been starting up around the 30 and between the 30 and 40. So they've got a slot and a wide out on the far side. Ball's on the near hash. And they do have a tackle over or a tight end on that side as well. So they're heavy to the wide side of the field. They got an I formation. First time we've seen that. Mello under center. Snap. He's going to turn, run the option that way. He keeps the ball. Now he pitches it. Bulldogs chase down the pitch man. Looks like he picked up about 5, Robbie.
He did. That's a good job by LaRock as he was on the back side and he was chasing him the whole time, was able to chase him down over there. I know he gained 5, but he got him from the back side. It is interesting. I'm watching this. Pondo, who's usually our great corner, has moved in. They're using him more in the run game, and they've moved Sice, who's a safety, who's playing more corner tonight for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, a little adjustment to this running attack. They're going to come back out in that I formation once again. This time the wide side of the field is towards us here in the press box as Alamogordo, Mello, the quarterback, goes under center, turns and runs the same play the other way, except for this time hands it off. And, boy, Stovall kept those legs churning, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah, he almost broke free, but Michael Barundo reached and had to grab his jersey, and then he was trying to drag him, and he's a big Barundo. He's not going to drag Barundo anywhere, and he was able to pull him back to him and wrap him up from behind.
So it is a first down pickup out to their own 28-yard line. 10:57 and counting. We're here in the second quarter, so 10:50 to go in the first half. They're going to come back out in that I formation one time again. Mello, oh no, I take it back. Mello's back in the shotgun. He's got Stovall, kind of a sniffer back up to the right. He's going to take it and look at the throw. We got offsides on the Bulldogs, or it could be a false start. We'll see what the official says. Bulldog jumped trying to get in there, Robbie, and so we'll see what the call is.
Yeah, Pondo, when they have 2 receivers, instead of playing corner, as we mentioned, he's covering that number 2 receiver. And then he was breaking free to come in on a blitz, and it looked like he did cross a little early.
And that is the call, so it'll be a pickup of 5 yards on first down via the penalty. So it'll be 1st and 5. The clock is wound back up, 10:37 and counting here to go in the first half.
That scoring drive for the Bulldogs, 3 plays, 43 yards, 24-yard touchdown pass from Taylor to Lopez.
Mello in the shotgun, Stovall up in that sniffer back. He's got the running back to his left, the slot and a wide out to the wide side, which is near us here in the press box. Turn handed off. Nowhere to go. The Bulldogs sniff it out, so he bounces it outside. Looks like he will pick up about 1 yard, maybe 2.
That was that counter play again. They're trying to run up the middle, and the defensive linebackers didn't allow it. Tried to bounce it out. Wesson made the tackle. First Bulldog there for the tackle.
And that running back, was it 20? Was it number 20 or was it number 11? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 4 at their own 35-yard line as they're going to come into that I formation once again. Mello under center, a slot and a wide out to the wide side of the field here close to the press box. Turn, fake the handoff. Oh, he kept it. He gave it to Stovall, and Stovall is able to bust spin and get about maybe 1.5 yards.
That's a good job by Riley Jarrett. I believe the quarterback is reading him. He stepped straight across the line, opened up that inside, so you want to hand it to the fullback. But as soon as he did, Seth Johnson came and filled that gap, as long as Jarrett. So both of them were in on the tackle.
So a strange fall, the way he went down, and Stovall is not moving. We're going to hope that young man is okay for obvious reasons, and don't like to see anyone get injured. And he took kind of a strange, like his whole body arched hard into the ground, Robbie. When he was tackled, he went down trying to go forward. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but he hasn't moved since he hit the ground, and his face straight down in the ground. So hopefully he is okay, as they're both the trainers for the Tigers and actually all their coaches are coming out, and the trainers for the Bulldogs on the field as well. And they're going to go get the ambulance. So something is not right. Is one of the trainers for the Bulldogs going over to talk to the crew, and the ambulance guys are getting up and getting ready to go in. Let's go ahead and take a break. What was you going to say, Robbie?
No, we don't.
Oh, let's go down to Jeff and see if he saw anything clearer than us. Jeff, what did you see?
Well, can you hear me?
Yes.
Guys, I'm afraid it might be a head or neck injury. He hit the ground awkward, but right as he did, he kind of got hit by a Bulldog in the upper shoulder pad, and it really bowed his back, and his head just dropped right when he got tackled like that. So hope he's all right, but he hasn't moved yet. So. And
that's exactly what I saw, Jeff. I saw a very strange the way he fell and the way his head collapsed. So they're talking to him, I believe. They're getting down in his ear where they can talk to him. But a somber moment here as the ambulance is going to bring out the gurney.
So let's talk about the playoff picture again, Joby, for the Tigers, the Bulldogs. Tigers come in again ranked 13th in the Max Preps rankings. 12 teams get into the playoffs. And so the Tigers looking to win tonight to bump up in the rankings to get into the playoffs, that first round. Bulldogs looking to win tonight, defeat the Tigers. And then they need or want Goddard to win the game, which Goddard right now is still leading 7-0 over Roswell with 8:55 left in the second period. And Artesia wins, Goddard wins. Artesia is the district champion and probably wind up around 3.
Probably get the 3 seed. My guess is that both Los Lunas and Farmington wrap up the season tonight undefeated. So theoretically they should be and probably will be. They've been 1-2 all season long, or most of the season. Anyway, I think Goddard was number 2 for a little bit, but I think that when they lost to Los Lunas, that put Los Lunas number 2, and they've been there ever since. And so it's just makes sense that they'll be 1-2. But if Artesia wins, then they probably will be 3. If Roswell wins, they probably will be 3. If Roswell wins, Artesia wins, then we'll probably be 4.
Yeah.
Roswell will be 3, we'll be 4, and Goddard very, very well could be 5.
Yes.
I mean, it could be that stacked up right there by our district. Alamogordo does not win tonight, then the chances of them getting the playoffs are pretty slim. They probably won't get in. I guess they still could, but the chances are pretty slim that they would. Coach Maupin calling his team over. They're going to say a prayer. Looks like, and they are. So as Jeff said, and I saw it, Robbie, I knew when I saw it, the way he was tackled and the way his head collapsed. I said it before we went down to Jeff, and I just knew that it was an injury that was not going to be good.
No, and we're obviously wish the best for that young man. He's a tremendous football player, but more than that, I just want him to be healthy. Bulldogs, we talked about the keys of the game. Coming out quick tonight, scoring quick. They were able to do that on a kickoff. Scored 14 seconds into the game, and and went for 2 and got it. Went up 8-0 with 14 seconds left, and then defense doing a good job in that round tonight against a multiple look offense with the Tigers. They'll come out in a double slot or double wing. They'll come out in a wishbone look. They've come out in the I formation. So they give you a lot of different looks. And our defense, kudos to the coaches right now, look prepared for every one of those looks.
Yeah, they do. They knew coming in that Alamogordo was going to run out of multiple sets. So they were preparing for that. But the interesting thing that Coach Bowden told me is he said, we just have to. It's like you're playing different teams because they're going to come out in so many different sets. Now, they'll run the same play out of multiple sets. They'll run that speed option, or really they're not running a speed option per se. They're running the actual option, where they got a triple opportunity. They'll either hand it off to the fullback, or they will pull it, and the quarterback has the option to run or an option to pitch. And they'll do that out of a lot of sets. We've seen them in the wishbone. We've seen them in that double X-back set. We've seen them out of the I formation do it. And that's the play they just ran when Stovall was injured. They were running the triple option out of the I. He's the fullback, and he handed it off to him. And so I anticipate that that's what they'll continue doing. They do throw the ball some, and in the sideline show we talked about that. You talked about their quarterback Mello having some success this year throwing the ball, but really they're more about 70-30 run, if I remember Coach Bowden right.
Yeah, and Mello this year, he's got 4 touchdowns on the year, but also 4 interceptions. So they're not wanting to throw the ball. They will throw it to keep you honest, but they'll throw, to just keep the running game going, to keep you from stacking that box up. But the Bulldogs right now are stacking the box and pretty much playing a lot of man-to-man with maybe one safety over top, but playing a lot of man-to-man, stacking that box on this triple option look.
And the safety is kind of coming up and playing linebacker.
Yeah.
So we're putting almost 9 in the box on every play. So we'll see how they're able to do continue against here at Alamogordo. So they've got Stovall off the field, number 33. That's Ryan Stovall. He is a junior, 6'2", 210-pound junior. Tremendous athlete. All right, so we're back to playing here as Mello goes under center, turns. They're going to run a lead to number 20, and that's their tailback, Joshua Sanchez. He's able to pick up a couple there. Just a straight lead. We used to run that out of the I formation when I was playing in high school, my sophomore and junior year, so I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the linemen are to take their blocks. That lead blocker goes and picks up the linebacker. That's the intent. And then the back will just pick a lane and go through it. So that's the point of the lead is get that lead blocker through there. Number 32 came in, Damon Mayberry at fullback for Stovall.
All right, so, and I'm not sure, they may have, we ran a counter option out. We ran that same play, but the backside guard and tackle would pull, and then the tailback would cut up in. They may have done that. All right, so they got a slot and a wide out to the far side. They do have a tackle over on that far side, so tailback and fullback behind them. They're going to run the straight lead that way. Number 1 with the ball this time, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards. It'll be close to a first down, about a yard short. And then we had some extracurricular, or they're saying the ball was, I think, a little extracurricular activity.
There was Riley Jarrett, number 52, were locked up. Audette for the Tigers, and so they were just going hard. They went a little long after the whistle, so the official did a good job of coming in, just separating them and letting them play.
So one of the offensive linemen, Jonathan Audette, number 52, as you said, senior. So 3rd down and 1 as they got close. They got that tackle over one more time, a slot and a wide out to the short side of the field, fullback and the tailback in the I formation. Turn, hand it off to the tailback, number 10. He's got the first down, and then we'll pick up about 4 more yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Alamogordo Tigers.
So nobody pulled on that, just that straight give to the tailback. Donaghy knocked his lineman about 3 yards deep, but they ran the other way.
Yep.
Seth Johnson made the tackle for the Bulldogs.
So 1st and 10, we've got 8:18, and they should roll the clock once they get they do. So 8:15 and counting here in the first half remaining. The Bulldogs lead 20-0, but Alamogordo making a little bit of a drive here as they come back to that I formation, slot and a wide out to the near side, tackle over the side as well. Mello under center going to turn. They're going to run that lead one more time. Number 20 bounces it outside. He fumbles the ball. Bulldogs recover it. It'll be 1st and 10. There are 2 flags in there. And this is going to be extracurricular activity again. They got a hold on the offense. There was some extra. I thought maybe he threw that, but it was a hold. It'll be turnover, 1st down, Bulldogs.
So LaRock came from behind that play that time, and with this speed, he ran him down, and he did what we call a tomahawk from behind. He didn't try to make the tackle. He just came down with his right hand and hit that ball out of the ball carrier's arm and caused that fumble.
So it was a holding on the offense. The Bulldogs declined, of course. First down, Artesia at their own 47-yard line. Ball will be on the near hash. Bulldogs going from the south to the north, which they flipped ends, of course, at the quarter. 20-0, 7:57 to go. A formation. Running back, Barrera to the right. He's going to hand it off. He gets around one man. He's to the 50, and then he's tripped up. Good tackle there by 26. He just spun his legs out from under him. Pickup of about maybe 5 yards.
Yeah, just running around the left to get around the corner, see what we got out there, and that's Anthony Audette that came, number 26 for the Tigers, came up and made that tackle, but not before he gained 6.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs as the clock continues to run. We're down to 7:30 and counting. Bulldogs have not scored on every possession. They have forced to punt one time. A formation, a slot and a wide out on either side. Barrera to the left to Taylor in the shotgun. Ball in the near hash. Watson goes into motion, going to fake the handoff to him, hand it to Barrera. He makes 3 guys miss by spinning out of tackles, and he will pick up the first down.
Well, he faked that handoff on the sweep to Watson, gave it to Jake up the middle. As soon as he gave him the ball, he got hit.
Yep.
And he was able to break that tackle, and then he got hit again, and he spun out of that one, and then he just kept his feet moving and drove it up the field for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line of the Alamogordo Tigers. Ball remains near the near hash. We've stayed pretty much in the A formation. Snap is back. Fake the handoff. He fumbles it. So he put it in there, Robbie, I think, to run the play action and loses the ball out. So it's a loss of about 7 back at the 49-yard line.
So Roswell is just go ahead. The closed captions in the way of the score, but they're kicking an extra point, I believe. Yeah, it's tied up 7-7 with 4 minutes left in the second period. Goddard and Roswell.
We've got 6 minutes and 23 seconds of counting as Taylor gets his direction from Coach Moppin on the sideline. 15 seconds on the play clock as they break the huddle. Ball near the near hash. 2nd down and 17 for the Artesia Bulldogs. Snap is back, fake the handoff, turn, throw it, and that's just high for the intended receiver. Out here was number 14 for the Bulldogs, Julian Rodriguez.
So the Tigers are doing a lot with their secondary. They'll line up with 2 safeties and then trying to time that snap, or guess when the snap is, they'll run one of them up to about 5 yards off the ball, and the other safety will roll to the middle. And then at other times they're keeping both safeties, and then sometimes they're bracketing our slots, and the one safety, as we mentioned a while ago, is coming up within about 7-8 yards of the line of scrimmage. So they're really doing a lot. So to counter that, the Bulldogs are running a really quick passing game right now.
3rd down and 17 from their own from the Alamogordo Tiger 48-yard line. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. A formation tight. They bring a blitz. It's offsides, I think. Oh, we're going to call a false start. So it is false start on the Bulldogs. Back us up another 5 as somebody moved. I thought maybe they got forced to move because they were coming on a blitz, Robbie. It looked like they got in too soon, but the call goes against Bulldogs. It'll be back us up to our own 47. Kind of gone backwards on this drive. Oh, the center moved the ball. Like snapping it. Oh. Our statistician Josh said that's the offside. The center moved the ball and didn't snap it. I was like, oh. All right, so 3rd down and a long ways for the Bulldogs, all the way back at our own 47-yard line. Stay in the standard A formation, a slot and a wide out on either side. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. It looks like they're going to bring blitz again, and we false started again, Robbie, and this is that focus we've talked about week over week, losing a little bit on this drive.
Yeah, Velasquez for the Bulldogs. He saw that blitz coming, and the blitzer stopped before he crossed the line of scrimmage, and he just came out of his stance.
All right, so it moves us back to our 42-yard line. First down, we got to get to their 32. So that's 2nd down and a lot. 3rd down and 25? 3rd down and 26. We stay in the standard formation. Barrera to the left of Taylor. He's looking to throw, looking. Got a lot of time. Now he rolls away as they bring some heat now. He's going to turn and throw it across his body down the left sideline. No good. So it'll be 4th down and a long ways. I suspect we'll see the punting unit.
Yeah, I only brought 3 guys on the rush that time. That means they dropped 8 into coverage. He looked. There was nothing there. Nobody was breaking free. Rolled to his left as he got some pressure and then threw it down the field. So 4th down.
5:54 to go here in the first half. The Bulldogs leading 20-0 over the Tigers from Alamogordo, and we do have the punt team out. Peyton Dean's the punter for the Bulldogs, back at about the 28 27-yard line. He'll receive the snap. And the snap is back. It's a little bit low. They're going to get to it and block it. And that's going to be a blocked punt. Trying to get down there to it is going to be Peyton Deans. Either way, it's going to be Alamogordo ball because it was 4th down. So the Tigers with a blocked punt on that turnover, and they get it down inside the 10-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and a quick punt, you get a step and a half, and Peyton took 2.5 steps that time. Somebody came free. I was trying to get his number, but then everybody got down the field, but it took a little long there to punt that ball.
Well,
and didn't block one guy.
Well, they didn't block somebody, and the same thing happened the last time we punted. We just got lucky. Stovall was the one that was coming last time, and he didn't get there. The snap was a little better last time. That time the snap was really slow and low. He took a step forward, caught it off the ground. When he picked it up and went to punt it, he got blocked.
Yeah, and you can't take the 2.5 steps
And you can't take
either.
2.5 steps after that kind of a low snap. So, all right, so Tiger football, they're on the near hash. Mello under center. That's a false start. They do call it. 32 got excited there. He started rolling out of that stance. That's Damon Mayberry, the tailback in the I formation. So moving back 5 yards.
Getting a little messy here towards the end of the second quarter.
Yeah,
both teams
a little sloppy. All right, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 14-yard line of the Bulldogs. It was 1st and goal from the 9, so they back them up to the 14. 5:43 to go here in the first half. As Mello's going to go under center, they are going to go that tackle over and a wide out in the slot wide to the wide side. I formation, turn, hand it off to number 32, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. And that, they hadn't blown the whistle, and so
yeah,
we had him stood up, and then you said, "Oh gosh, I think," because we had a guy come in and smack him.
Peyton Deans, you're right, but he came in and gave him a lick.
Well, I was watching and no whistle had blown. I didn't hear one in our, we got the mic, and I heard it after he got hit the second time. So he's 2nd and goal from the 14 as the Tigers will once again, now this time they're going to go with that sniffer back on the left side. Slot and a wide out, going to turn, hand it off to 20. He bounces outside. We misread that. We were there and didn't know he had the ball, and we got a flag down, and I think Riley Jarrett got tackled.
He did. Riley Jarrett playing defensive end, got outside contained, trying to work his way out there as a sweep to the left, a run to the left, and trying to bounce it out. And Riley Jarrett, it's always a pretty good sign that you've been held when your jersey on one side or the other is out of your shoulder pad.
It was a holding on, and that's where it was at, right there at the point of attack. Yeah, because he grabbed him and threw him down.
Yeah, and his shoulder pad was showing.
And, those two have been going at it all night here. They're just some good competition down there. They're going hard at each other, Alamogordo and Artesia, and that specific matchup has been one that's been chippy since the beginning. But it's a backup of it's 2nd down and goal from the 28-yard line. This reminds me of a couple weeks ago when I wasn't able to be with you guys. You and Josh had the call, and the Bulldogs were marching backwards. Yep. It was 4th and goal at our own 48. All right, so they're going to go in an A formation look. They bring a man in motion from the short side, so they got trips on this side. Bulldogs roll up. Quarterback Mello's going to roll. We got a beat on him, and we're going to get a sack, Robbie. We had both defensive ends meet in the middle.
Yeah, number 58 for the Bulldogs. Let me see. Donaghy was in there. Johnson's in there. Jarrett's in there. I mean, it just the whole thing collapsed.
Yeah, Riley Jarrett got there first on this side, and I believe the other side, defensive end, is who got the tackle. He was able to kind of step up in the pocket. And it was Wesson, Diego Wesson, number 54, I believe, on the tackle. And he got him from the backside. He got by one Bulldog, but the next Bulldog was right there on top of him. So another loss. It's 3rd down and goal from the Bulldog 34-yard line. Trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. One of those guys needs to back up. Now they got legal trips. Running back is number 32, Damon Mayberry. Now we're going to have a delay of game. They're going to back him up again, 5 more yards.
Okay, tell me who number 58 is again. I don't have him on my roster.
So number 58 for the Bulldogs is Daniel Ruiz.
Okay.
He is a senior, 5'9", defensive lineman.
That was who was in there.
That was who it was?
He's playing the right defensive end right now.
There you go. So Daniel Ruiz came in because they collapsed. Both him and Jarrett were coming downhill pretty fast. Jarrett was the first one there. Mello was able to step up, and Jarrett just got a piece of him, but then from behind, Ruiz gets the sack. All right, so 3rd and goal from the Bulldog 39-yard line. Mello in the shotgun, trips to the near side. He's looking this way. Now he looks back short side, running down the field. Perfect defense there for the Bulldogs. Incompletion. Who was running with him?
That's Finley Rascon. Just great coverage by that young man. They threw the ball up on a go route, and the receiver was trying to dive. It was a little long, but Rascon had perfect coverage.
So it'll be 4th and goal. They can't get a first down, so they probably will punt it from here. They either got to get a touchdown or it's a turnover.
4th and 39.
So 4th and goal from the 39-yard line. They are going to put Money back to punt. So the junior, Braden Money, 6 foot, 217-pound young man, big, good-looking athlete. Kicker and punter for the Tigers. And the snap, he's waiting the snap. It's a good snap back to him. Bulldogs come up to he's going to make the fair catch. Oh, and he bobbled it. And they blew the whistle too soon. We get back on it, but that might have, because they were blowing the whistle when he bobbled the ball. And that was Rascon back there, number 41 for the Bulldogs. He covers it, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 18-yard line as the offense comes back out. So the Bulldogs have looked really sharp, and then they've had a couple of series where they didn't look so sharp. We punted the ball twice, and one of them was blocked.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that. And now we got a penalty, which I missed. And I was looking at you. What did he call?
I don't know. I was looking at this halftime, and it's tied up 7-7 between Roswell and Goddard.
Apologize for that, fans. We were both not looking, and we should have caught it. So there was a penalty. Bulldogs backed up 5. They start out at their own 9-yard line. Snap is back. Taylor looking to throw. He's got a man running wide open in Watson. He catches it. The safety that was guarding number 84 had to come and make the tackle. He was running wide open.
Yeah, just from the left side, Watson going in the middle of the field. He found a open crease. Taylor hit him for a good gain.
So first down, Bulldogs all the way out to their own 34-yard line, 3:04 and counting. A formation. They're going to bring a backer. Now he back out of it. Throw the out route to the wide side, getting away from 2 guys and then all the way into Alamogordo territory. Is that Barrera? Nope, that's number 89.
Yeah, that's number 89, which is Seiss, Matthew Seiss for the Bulldogs. Good job by the line. They're giving Taylor time to throw.
Right back on the line of scrimmage. Snap is back after that big pickup. Taylor looking to throw again. He's got that same route to Watson, and he's got another big first down all the way down to the 25-yard line.
So they're letting him go after about 10 yards. They're taking away that short passing game. And then right when he breaks behind them, Taylor's letting go of the ball, and it's before the safety can get there. So great job.
Actually to the 19-yard line of the Tigers. Snap is back. He's looking. He's got a man. Oh, he almost threaded the needle. It was tipped by one of the linebackers. Good effort there by the Bulldog quarterback. Just falls incomplete.
Yeah, trying to hit Seiss just on that skinny post over the middle in open zone. The linebacker was able to get a hand on it, knock it down.
2:30 to go here in the first half. The Artesia Bulldogs leading the Alamogordo Tigers 20-0. And Coach Maupin talks to the quarterback Taylor for a minute there on the sideline. Bulldogs break the huddle. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line. A formation, Barrera to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. Going to fake the handoff again. Taylor with the straight drop. He's going to throw it to Barrera. A lot of green grass in front of him. He made the first man miss. Well, he was able to get the tackle. He drug him down, did number 26, inside the 10-yard line.
So what that forced them to do, the quick passing game, they had to keep their 2 safeties back deep. Well, that just now opens other things up, which is Barrera out in the flat.
So I think that's one of the wrinkles maybe that Coach Maupin brought. We didn't see a lot of that swing pass from the Bulldogs of the past. All right, first and goal, actually, at the 7-yard line. Throw into the corner, and it is a touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, it's a great throw by Taylor. It's a great route by Randall Hamilton. He drove his guy back into the end zone, then came back towards the front pylon, and Taylor just threw a dart, a laser over there, hit him between the numbers, caught it, kept his feet in, and fell out of bounds.
Has the old dig route, goes straight, like you said, drives the defender off, and then hits hard, stop, and digs back toward the sideline. As soon as he turned, the ball was there. It was either eat it or wear it or catch it.
I think we get on sportsmanlike on the
Tigers. That'll be put on the kickoff. So we're in the swinging gate again. Nyestrada goes into motion. They're going to come out of that and swing into the normal PAT. The score 26-0 with 2:04 to go in the first half. as Parrish kicks the ball, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the score with 2:04 to go in the first half here at Bulldog Bowl is 27 for the Artesia Bulldogs, 0 for the Tigers. And we're going to keep it here. Jeff, talk about that dig route, if you would, by Randall Hamilton. Or I call it a dig route, maybe not the right term, but a good throw and catch there.
That's the old 3 route, guys, the comeback on the outside. It's a combination of timing and good catch, and Hamilton got his feet down just in the bare corner of that end zone, guys. A fantastic catch, a great throw, good timing.
Yeah, you were right there on top of it, and so good call there. All right, so 2:04 to go as the Alamogordo Tiger kickoff return team comes out. The kicking team out there with Coach, I believe Coach Olivas in the middle of the pile there, talking to them and hyping them up. Like I said earlier, Robbie, it's been a great game execution-wise at times, and then we've had a couple times where not so much, but the Bulldogs playing pretty good. Defense looking pretty stout.
That scoring drive, as you can see, the Bulldogs can score quickly. No huddle that time, throwing the ball down the field. 6 plays, 91 yards, and it was a touchdown pass from Taylor to Hamilton from 7 yards out for the Bulldog score.
I don't think we ran the ball that time. I think it was all passing, 9 passing plays. All right, so Parrish kicking from their 45-yard line, going to kick a little pooch kick over to the left side. It is caught by number 4. Boy, the Bulldogs were coming in a hurry, Robbie.
That was number 59. They got down on that pooch kick, so they're already closer to him. And Mark Munoz for the Bulldogs, he was going to put a big hit on him, and the running back just went down.
Well, and maybe wisely, because he was running full speed, and it's just not fair when they're coming like that. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line for the Alamogordo Tigers. Ball placed on the near hash. Tigers going from left to right. As we look at them, going from the north to the south. No wind. The flag is just barely flinching out there. In the shotgun is Mello. They got the Bulldog A formation look. Going to hand it off to the fullback, which I believe is number 32. Boy, the Bulldogs getting tied up out there with receivers. Pick up a maybe one, or did they even get one?
I don't know, but that's just good job. We got a 4-2 defense because they had to spread out in that double slot, double wide out. And good job by the defensive line as they just did not give up any ground. Number 66, Donaghy, first one in there.
They did get a yard with the forward momentum, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. They're going to go back to a slot and a wide out on either side. Mello, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He's got number 32, Damon Marbury, to his left. Snap is back, going to hand it off. He keeps it, bounces it outside. Boy, Seth Johnson, you talk about closing speed. He came bursting through there, Robbie.
So let me say this, number 66, again, Donaghy, he's like 3 yards deep in the backfield. He drove his guy, and he's on the ground.
Every play.
And Mello was looking for somewhere to go, and Donaghy stands up, and Mello's looking at the back of Donaghy. Donaghy has no clue where the ball is. And he runs around Donaghy, and Seth Johnson at that time had closed so fast. He made the tackle, but Donaghy was just standing there. That was funny.
A big loss as all that transpired.
Yeah.
And Seth Johnson, he came just flashing through there and tackles him right at the and they're hustling up. They got 2 seconds to get the clock to get it off without a penalty. They do get it off, hand it off. And, again, the Bulldogs are there. He might have picked up 1 or 2, Robbie, but it's going to be 4th down and long.
Yeah, that's Seth Johnson and Donaghy again in on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
So 4th and long. We got 23 seconds. Boy, that went fast. I was thinking there was more time than that.
Did we call timeout?
And we may have. So here's a timeout on the field, and I think they were out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So timeout, Bulldogs. All right, so tomorrow afternoon we've got more Bulldog sports as the Artesia Lady Bulldogs are hosting the Lovington Wildcats. Is that right? Am I getting that right?
That's correct.
At 2 p.m. And, of course, we'll be there. I want to encourage everybody to go out to the pit. That's our last home game of the season, regular season home game. I believe next week rounds out the second season for the Lady Bulldogs as they wrap up district Tuesday night and set next Saturday. Tuesday night they go to Goddard. Next Saturday they'll be in Portales. Planning on being at those games, you and I, Robbie, next week. Tomorrow you'll be having that game as I won't be able to be there. But the Lady Bulldogs looking to close out strong. They ended up defeating Goddard last week in 3 and then fell to the Portales Rams in 5. Was an exciting match there with Portales and Goddard. But just our district is kind of just like the football district. Top 3 teams in the state. They're not 1, 2, and 3, but they're in the top 6 or 7 every week. All right, so the punter money is on, ready to go. The left footer is going to put it good. Punt. He's going to drive back Rascon. He'll catch it at about the 34-yard line, and he's just going to be pushed out of bounds. He does pick up. Oh, there was a big block by Donaghy. Wow. He runs over the top of one of the Alamogordo Tigers. But a pickup all the way out to about the, well, they're going to mark him back. Well, I'm watching that line, Judge. All right, so about the 48-yard line.
Rascon does a good job. Finley Rascon does a good job of fielding that punt. Well coached because there wasn't really any lanes or anything, so he got out of bounds as quickly as possible. So the Bulldog offense takes the field with 17 seconds.
So we saw the quick strike offense. This last series went 9 plays, all 9 passes. And we're going to go a formation look. Taylor will step up with Barrera to his right. Ball in the near hash. Looks over the defense. Now he's, oh, you can't do that. So I can't. Why didn't they stop the play?
Why are they letting it go?
Yeah, that was a. I think that's a play where you blow it dead when you got illegal motion.
Well, both slots folks went in motion to the inside, so can't have that.
Is that not a blow the dead play? It is. You should have blown it dead. They're giving them the option. They didn't blow it dead, so they got a sack. It shouldn't have. Sack should have never happened. But they're going to say it was a live play. So they are going to put him back where he was sacked, Robbie. So that's kind of got me thrown a little bit. We've got Ronnie Williams, one of the
legal shift.
So legal shift. Yeah, but I didn't think you could do that. Okay, so we got trips to the far side. Well, we're in the ball in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. Clock is rolling. Snap is back. We had nobody in the backfield. Taylor looking to go deep. He swings it down to, and that's a pass interference. They don't throw a flag.
Oh, my gosh.
So the DB runs into our receiver when he's trying to catch the ball, but no flag thrown. So it'll be 3rd down and long at our own 40-yard line. Good throw there by Taylor. Boy, he heaved that one about 45, 56, maybe 60 yards in the air.
Yeah, that's counting. It was about 55, 60 yards in the air. Lopez was the intended receiver. Lopez had turned around to receive it, and the defender just didn't turn his head around, didn't even look for the ball, hit Lopez in the chest and drove him backwards before the ball got there. So you'd think that'd be a pretty easy call, but they didn't call it.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 18 from our own 40. This time we're going back to our standard A formation look. 4 seconds to go. Taylor drops, looking to throw the screen. They play it pretty well, but then he runs by it. We might have a touchdown right here as Barrera breaking through. And I was thinking he was going to cut across the field. He did not. Big pickup, but that will end the half. The Artesia Bulldogs go into halftime 27-0 over the Alamogordo Tigers.
Artesia Plumbing and Heating is your authorized Carrier air conditioning dealer. Home owned and operated for over 41 years. Artesia Plumbing and Heating installs residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioners. Artesia Plumbing and Heating handles your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier unit. Artesia Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs and Lady Dogs and wishes them the very best in this sports season. Artesia Plumbing and Heating, 746-3712.
Hey, Bulldog fans, just like the Bulldogs, you too have a chance to win big on tire rotations and oil changes. TMJ Auto is giving away a free tire rotation and oil change every quarter of the year. Surf onto their website, tmjautorepair.com, and find the Register to Win tab. Your name will be placed in the drawing and no purchase necessary. Plus, find other great deals and savings on tmjautorepair.com.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Many times, patients require skilled care for short-term illnesses, temporary help after hospitalization or rehabilitation after a major surgery, and many more conditions that can be handled in the comfort of your home. J&J Home Care stands ready to provide such care when you or your family members need it. Our highly experienced nurses, therapists, and aides have been serving Artesia and the surrounding community for more than 20 years. To learn more about the services available at J&J Home Care, call 746-2892 or visit us at 1301 West Grand in Artesia.
Hi, it's Maria and Prisa with the Tate Branch Auto Group. Inventory may be low around the country, but here at Tate Branch Auto Group, we've got the resources needed to get you in the vehicle you want. Maria, really? How is that? With all 4 of our dealerships in Artesia, Carlsbad, Hobbs, and Roswell, we have a great selection of vehicles on hand. And now you can view them all in one place. Just go to www.tatebranch.com and you will have direct access to all our websites. That's right, you're just a click away from all of our amazing inventory. tatebranch.com.
Welcome back to the Tate Branch Halftime Show and our Fan of the Week segment, and Anna Whitmire is with us today. But let's see, that's not your original name, is it?
No, sir. Yeah. My original name was Anna Sims. 2 4-letter words.
Two 4-letter words. And you grew up here in Artesia and been a part of athletics and sports, so we're going to get to know Anna just a little bit in case you've forgotten. So, it has been a while. Born and raised here?
Yes, sir. Born and raised. I was born in 1978, so I'm older than all the high school kids. How's that? And, I grew up here, played kids sports, city league stuff, soccer, softball, all that good stuff, and then of course started school sports when I got to the right grade.
That's right. You were part of the softball team. I think you and your sister were continuous pitching for the Bulldogs for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, so I graduated in 1996, so I actually made the varsity team in 1992, but I didn't really pitch. I had Jennifer Taylor was the starting pitcher for us. She was phenomenal, and so I didn't really start until I was a senior, but I did back up. And of course, if you know anything about that history, Jennifer had 2 rotator cuff surgeries during her tenure, so I got to sub in and out when she was on, injured. And and then Abby came along. She's 6 years younger than me, so there was a couple years, and then she started. Of course, she was, I like to say I worked harder and she was just naturally talented. So I don't know which one you like better, but that's the way it worked. So
that's right. And of course, your dad, Gary, was famous for never sitting down at a softball game. He always roamed around while you guys were pitching.
Yeah, and now that I'm a parent, I understand that. Partially, I think so that you don't yell at the referees or the umpires, and then just you also, I nervously yell at my kids. So I think if I kind of walk around, then I won't. Because they look at you from the field like, why are you yelling? So, so it's just better to kind of be out in the outfield pacing or whatever. Yeah, that was his place. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So after you graduated, did you go on to college?
I did. I actually went my freshman year. I went to Baylor, and I walked on the softball team there. That's something a lot of people don't know, but I didn't realize what a commitment Division I sports was, and so I got overwhelmed and thought, oh, this isn't for me. And so I ended up. I only stayed out for about 2 months. A lot of study hall, a lot of requirements that I thought softball would just cure my homesickness, and it made me more homesick. So, but I did then kind of realize I missed playing. And so after Baylor, my freshman year, I transferred to a smaller school in Iowa. And I actually picked that school because they're a Division III school. Simpson College was where I ended up graduating from, in a little town called Indianola, just about 15 minutes south of Des Moines. Interestingly enough, they used to have the Balloon Fiesta there. They were the original home of the International Balloon Fiesta.
They were the original home, and when my wife and I got married, in Iowa, because we're from Iowa. That's where we went after the wedding, was to the Balloon Fiesta in Indianola, Iowa. A little before you, of course, but I knew exactly where Indianola was when she said that, because that's where the balloons were at one time in Iowa. So you graduate, you come back home, and you go to work for the family business. That's where you are now.
Yes, I actually moved to Dallas for a couple of years, and then I came home, and now I'm working for my mom and dad. Working there, and I think I've been there like 18 years. I already told you when I was born and all that stuff, so nothing's a secret now.
That's right. And of course, that's J.S. Ward and Son Insurance, with locations in Artesia and Carlsbad and Roswell and all over the whole universe. So you come back and you start a family, and did you have kids that went through the school system or in the school system now?
Yeah, so my first marriage, I had 2 kiddos, and so I have Jack. He is 14. He's an 8th grader, and they just won border conference as football players, so that he's off to a great start. And then I have Bo, and he's a 6th grader, and he is 12. And then I remarried Josh, and so interestingly enough, he has twins that are the same. So Jack, Jet, and Jenna. So he has Jet and Jenna, so those are my step kiddos, and they're actually the same age as Jack. So I have triplets in the 8th grade. Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to driving in a year or 2. well, more on that later.
And you know what the insurance costs are going to be, so
that's not going to be good.
Not going to be good. So and they're all in sports too, right?
Yes. So Jet is just finished football. He and Jack are both working out. This basketball tryouts are this week at Park, and then Jenna. She made the varsity soccer team as an 8th grader, and their season, they just won their first playoff game on Tuesday, and they go to Los Alamos on Saturday. So we're going to make the trek up there Saturday to hopefully get one more game under us. So
no, it's fantastic. Both the boys and girls soccer teams had a great year this year. The girls are still playing. The boys got eliminated on Tuesday night. That was kind of sad.
Exciting games. Yeah, it's really awesome.
So did you ever stop going to Bulldog sporting events or cheering for Bulldog sporting events after you graduated, before you had children in the schools?
No, I think it's just what you do in Artesia. Everybody rallies around that, which I really like. And I was contemplating, kind of what we lost during COVID when we didn't have things to do as a community and things to rally around. But I was going to tell you a funny story. When I was little, of course, my dad was a big fan of football. And I guess I was 4 or 5, and we were playing, I think, at Little Texas team, maybe Kermit or something. And my mom tells a story that my dad came home on Friday morning, or Friday at lunch, and said, well, Sarah, Anna wants to go to the football game tonight. Would it be okay if we headed to Kermit after work? And my mom said, Gary, you can just go and take Anna with you. I'm sure she has no idea. So I think I was the excuse to, make a trek out of town or whatever. So yeah, I've been watching football games, and the energy is so fun, and it's great to be together as a community and see each other and have something to root for together. So
yeah. And missing that year of COVID was just bad on a lot of different levels, and so I know we're glad that we're back. Do you have a memorable moment, either as a player or as a parent, or just a fan, that a game you remember, or a game that you've been to that just kind of sticks out in your mind as one of your all-time favorites?
Oh gosh, an all-time favorite. I was kind of rewinding in my memory a little bit, thinking about today. And some of one of my most memorable times, I think, was the bonfire when we were seniors. They don't do that anymore, but of course I was active in student council, and Mr. Knoll was the student council sponsor, and we would spend the whole day, and I don't recall if it was the week before homecoming or maybe it was the Wednesday of homecoming. I don't recall when exactly it happened, but we just would have so much fun. It was back where the
I think it's where the junior high baseball.
The JV baseball field is. We would have it off in that field there, just a little bit east of Park School. And oh man, we would have more fun. We would, gather pallets and boxes and spend all weekend. Of course, I also, just homecoming has so many memories wrapped around it. Doing floats and now what it means to have homecoming as an alumni is really awesome. And of course, there was some class reunions last weekend. And anyway, it's just, those are probably some of I don't know that I have any necessarily just moments on the field that were, of course, I won a state championship when we were juniors, when I was a junior and Jennifer was a senior. That was really memorable. You can't ever lose that. So that was a great time.
Now, just for clarification, when you say Mr. Knoll, you're referring to Ronnie. Yeah. Yes. So we're doing a shout out to Ronnie Knoll right now, and we're remembering you. So, well, that's great. And so you've got I guess it's four kids now between the two families, and so you're going to have a lot of fun over the next few years watching them play sport.
Yeah, we're really busy. I feel like, and then of course Bo, my little one, he's busy with city stuff. So Monday we do city football. Tuesdays usually, and then my kids want to go watch their friends play volleyball. So most of the time on Tuesday, if there's not a soccer game, we're going to that. And then there's junior high on Thursdays, and of course varsity on Friday and soccer on Saturday. I mean, it's something every night, which is wonderful, and I'm thankful that my kids are healthy and can do that and participate. So yeah.
Now, another little known fact about Anna, she actually helped out on some radio broadcasts of volleyball and came up with the all-time best phrase ever. Oh, no. The ball never lies.
That's true. My dad would say that to me, you'd want to argue over a call, or that was a foul ball, or that, went off their shoulder or whatever. And my dad would always say, just let it replay. The ball never lies. And usually I still think that in my head when I see, that was close. The ball will tell us on the next play what it should have been. Yeah.
It doesn't always work 100% right away, like during a football game here a couple of weeks ago, but that's kind of the way it is. Well, for being our fan of the week, we have a couple gifts for you. The first one, if I can find it here, this is a $50 gift card from the Adobe Rose here in Artesia.
Thank you. I love the Adobe Rose, so thank you for that.
Yeah, and then this is a very special mug. It says Bulldogs #1 fan on this side, and it says Tate Branch fan of the week on this side, and only a very select few people get one of these, so there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tate, and all the other fans out there. I told them I wasn't sure I measured up because I don't know. I'm just learning a lot about now that my kids are getting very active, but anyway, I do love the Bulldogs.
Well, that's great, and I know that you cheer at the games, and that's fantastic, so I'm not going to say any more.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping she had me pegged for the wrong person. I was yelling, but I don't think I was. I hope it wasn't that distinguishable.
Well, it's a story, but that's okay. It's a good story. So, all right, Anna Whitmire, thank you so much for being our fan of the week, and we'll see you at the game.
All right, go Dogs.
And stick around. We've got more on the Tate Branch Halftime Show right after this.
$100 instantly on select sets of 4 Big O brand tires. When you need to bring your car to someone, bring it to your neighbors at Big O Tires. Because we love giving our neighbors a great deal. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
When was the last time a bank asked you about your needs or your goals? When you're a member of Artesia Credit Union, you get to use your money for something more important than fees and finance charges. You get to use your money for you. Membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Become a member of Artesia Credit Union today and see what your partners can do for you. North 5th Street in Artesia or online at artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect. that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a deer. Hear John's story at deer.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Hey, we're back, Bulldog fans. I was not paying attention, Robbie, and Robbie didn't start talking. He just hits me. Yeah, he starts doing that with his headset.
Putting it on.
The Artesia Bulldogs, if you're just joining us, we're in the halftime show, and the Artesia Bulldogs are leading the Alamogordo Tigers 27-0.
To be fair, I didn't give you a warning either. Just let me get my mic up here, to be fair. All right, we got some halftime stats. Thank you to Josh Howard for these. Bulldogs took the lead in the first quarter when they scored at 11:46 off the opening kickoff. Jake Barrera went 81 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion was good. Pass from Nathan Taylor to number 20, Zayden Lopez. Bulldogs were up 8-0. And then they scored again with 4:10 left in the first quarter. Taylor ran it in for 3 yards out. 2-point conversion was no good. Bulldogs led 14-0. And then in the first period, with no time left in the first period, Nathan Taylor completed a pass to Zayden Lopez, 24 yards out for a touchdown. Point after kick by Parrish. It's no good. Bulldogs led 20-0. And they scored one time in the second quarter. Taylor completed a pass to Randall Hamilton from 7 yards out. Extra point was good, so the Bulldogs lead 27-0. Alamogordo has 48 yards total offense. They've run 23 plays. They're averaging 2 yards per play. They're 0 for 3 in their passing attack. And again, that gives them 48 yards rushing. Bulldogs have 259 yards total offense. They've ran 30 plays, and they're averaging 8.6 yards per play. Nathan Taylor is 10 of 16 passing for 172 yards, 17 yards per completion with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. In rushing, the Bulldogs have 87 yards rushing on 14 attempts. They're averaging 6.5 yards per rush. Turnovers, Alamogordo has 2 turnovers. Bulldogs don't have any. Punts, Alamogordo has punted 4 times for 36 yards. Bulldogs 2 times for a .5 yard average because of that blocked punt where they didn't get it.
Right.
So just quickly here, rushing for the Tigers, Damon Mayberry leading the way, number 32, 7 attempts for 31 yards. And Jake Barrera for the Bulldogs, so far at half, 9 rushing attempts for 78 yards.
All right, and I'm looking for some scores from around the state. They've got the time up on the board, the Bulldogs kickoff team coming out. I know in Roswell, the score is 7-7, Robbie. It's in the third quarter.
7:37 left in the third quarter.
All right, so the hotly contested game there. And also Farmington, who's been ranked number 1 most of the season, if not all of it, is down to PV right now, 7-6. So that's a big district matchup up north. And if Farmington were to lose, Robbie, if Roswell were to lose, there's a good chance we would get the number 2 seed as a district champ. So maybe we're rooting for PV a little bit here as well as Bulldog fans. Kickoff team ready to go. They're waiting on the go-ahead from the White Hat. And he gives it. So Jake Parrish ready to kick off. Here comes the kickoff for the Bulldogs. Kick down the left side is going to be caught at about the 19-yard line. Coming up the left side is that return man, number 13. He makes one man miss and then tackled. It looks like Lopez in on that tackle.
That just kicked it on the left side again. He made one man miss, went up there, and Lopez, as we've said all year, and I'm going to say it again, just a great job on the kickoff. He just has a knack. Some guys have a knack to get free on the special teams, and Lopez has that knack, and he goes down, as you said, made the tackle for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Alamogordo Tigers. Ball on the near hash. They're going from the north to the south here to start the second half. And they come out in that wishbone look, and Mello, the quarterback, will go under center. Now they change it to the double X. And Mello takes a snap. He hands it off to the up back, which was the fullback, and he is tackled after a gain of about 2.
Barunda did a good job that time from his defensive tackle position. as he just kind of held that hole. He didn't get, there's a stalemate, so there was nowhere to go. The running back had to just he ran up there and stopped and looked for a place, and by that time the pursuit was able to get him.
And I may have been wrong on who, no, I think it is PV. Yeah, Pedro Vista and Farmington are playing up in their final district game. So we're back to play here. 2nd down and 8. Ball in the middle of the field. Mello, the quarterback, under center. Turns, he fakes the handoff, throws a little swing route, and it is incomplete.
Trying to hit number 20 out in the flat out there, and that's Joshua Sanchez. And it hit him in the hands, a little low, hit him in the hands. He wasn't able to bring it in, but Pondo was right there for the Bulldogs if he had caught it.
So it will be 3rd down and 8 from their own 37-yard line. As I'm going through some scores here, it looks like Hobbs leading Carlsbad 20-0. Piedra Vista 7, Farmington 6. And we're ready to go back here. 3rd down and 8. The quarterback drops straight back. He throws a little pass over the middle, and the ball was tipped. It'll be incomplete and 4th down.
There's a lot going over here on the right side as they're tried to hit just a little quick, not really a slant pass, just kind of a quick go route on them. Didn't lay it up there, just trying to hit it. And there's a lot of Bulldog defenders in there, so off the hands, incomplete. 4th and long, and that'll bring money back in, punt.
So the big playoff game, or the big game up in Class 6A, Cleveland and Rio Rancho. Rio Rancho is leading 27-21 with 2:38 to go in the 4th quarter. And Dixon for Cleveland takes it to the house, 28-27 Cleveland right now. Punt by Money is a good one. He drives back to about the 22. Rascon, good block out there. Rascon streaking up the right side. Now he cuts in between behind blocks. He's to the 45, and then he's wrestled to the ground out about the 47.
So as you said, sometimes you can out-kick your coverage. And that time it was a great punt, but by the time Finley Rascon caught it, he still had 30 yards open field to pick away and go, and he went to the right. And so coverage unable to get down there in time. So good pickup by Finley Rascon.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at our own 47-yard line. Ball out on the far hash from us here in the press box. Bulldogs going from the south to the north here in the 3rd quarter, leading 27-0. A formation, snap is back. Going to look to throw. He does throw the out route, overthrown. He had to hurry there as a man broke free in on Taylor.
Yeah, number 11 came from the offensive right side, Gonzalez. And I don't think he was touched as Taylor just took a step, looked to the left, and he was on him, so he threw it quicker than he wanted to.
It'll be 2nd and 10 from our own 47-yard line. 10:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And the Bulldogs leading 27-0. Rosalind Goddard in a slugfest at the Wool Bowl. The last score I've seen is 7-7. It may have changed. Snap back, 10-7, Roswell leading, and there goes Barrera. He makes a man miss. He's into the secondary, almost breaks another tackle, and he gets the 1st down, about 11-yard pickup.
Well, he went up that middle untouched, and there was 2 Tigers there, and he just immediately went to the right, lateral. His lateral movement is so good. And 32 for the Tigers, Mayberry, able to get him around the ankles. If he didn't, that was a touchdown.
So a good pickup there of 11. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Tiger 42-yard line. A formation look, ball in the far hash. Taylor in the shotgun, snaps back, turn, hand it off to Barrera, and he will drag a man or carry a man for a pickup of about 5, maybe 6. Well, one official's got him down at the 37. The other one's got him down at the 35. They go with the 35. We like that spot.
We do like that spot. That was Herrera Hamilton on the tackle, but he got him from behind, and as you said, Jake got another 5 yards after he had him from behind. Good job by him.
Basically carried him on his back.
He did.
Ball in the middle of the field. A formation, 2nd down and 3 at the 35. The 35 of Alamogordo. Going to throw the stop route to the far side. Lopez on the reception. He makes a man miss or breaks a tackle and then gets all the way down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
That's just an adjustment on the offense of the Bulldogs because they're rushing 3. Nobody came that time, linebackers, and so just a real quick throw in his zone to Lopez.
And he just did a good job getting down the sideline, breaking 1 tackle and picking up extra yards. So 1st and 10 at the 13. Quick snap. Good block there as Taylor rolls away from pressure. He throws an out route. It's in and out of the hands of Watson.
So on the short side of the field, we got a slot on that side, and number 11 for the Tigers, Gonzalez, is over that slot. What they're doing, because it's short side of the field, they're bringing him on a blitz, so he's coming untouched. Jake picked him up just quickly, chip block on him. Taylor able to get the ball away, but again, I think he hurried it a little bit.
He did just get a chip on him, and so he was able to get by that attempted block of Barrera and forced him to throw it a little sooner than he wanted to. All right, bringing a man in motion. He's going to turn, hand it off to him. Good block there, getting around the outside, and then cutting inside is the Bulldog runner, getting close to the 10-yard line, depends on the spot. It'll be third down.
Sice coming from the right side in motion, hand it to him after the shotgun snap to Taylor, and Jake Barrera threw a good block, and he was able to get outside, pick up a couple.
Yeah, just pick up of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the 13-yard line of the Alamogordo Tigers. We stay in the 2 slots, 2 wideouts, A formation. Barrera to the left, Taylor in the shotgun. They're trying to draw them off sides. They do not come. They do bring a blitz. Taylor drops, great blocking, and then the throw is off, so it'll be 4th down, as that's wide of the intended receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, Rodriguez running that route in the end zone. You call it dig route. I mean, he drives him back a little bit, and look, he didn't come out of it as quickly as Hamilton did last time. I don't know if he slipped or whatever. Taylor threw it, and he was unable to come out of it and make the catch.
Yeah, the 3 route, or what I call the dig route, I think that was the 3 route is what they, it might be 83 or 63 or 53, and the quarterback's out there going to kick me because I'm probably not saying them right. All right, so it's 4th down. Bulldogs need 7 to get a first down. Taylor taking his time. Snap is back. He's looking. He throws it high, and that is incomplete. It'll be turnover on downs.
It's Rodriguez trying to come across the middle, and Taylor, as you said, threw it high. Looked like he got one hand on it, but unable to bring it in. So Bulldogs turn it over on downs. That's just a kind of out of sync there at the end of that drive.
Yeah, it started off looking kind of like they did there at the end of the first half, where they're just clicking right down the field, and then gets got sorry about that. Kind of got out of sync.
3:45 left in the game. Roswell now up 10-7 over Goddard. In third quarter. 3 minutes left in third quarter.
Bulldogs on defense. They hand it off to 32, and the Bulldogs just swarm him on that left side for looks like a loss.
Number 58 for the Bulldogs, Ruiz, his left defensive end. He ran a stunt, did a loop stunt. He came inside, and he took out 2 of the offensive linemen. It took 2 of them to block him, and that freed up others to make that tackle for a yard loss. But I watched him. He got up, they got up, they slapped hands and went back to the huddle.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 after the 1-yard loss. So the ball placed on the 10-yard line if the Bulldogs turn it over on downs. Mello with the snap. He's going to start to roll to his left. He throws the ball. Boy, the Bulldogs do a great job breaking that up. That ball was right in his hands, and then the Bulldog defender comes over.
Jesse Armendariz came from his defensive position, timed it perfectly. The receiver reached out to catch the ball, had it, and he reached around from behind and knocked it out of his hands. Great job by Armendariz.
So that brings up 3rd down and 11. Ball again at the 10-yard line, as the Bulldog defense has played pretty good all night. And that was just another one of those great plays there by the defensive secondary in Armendariz. All right, so it'll be 3rd and 11. They come out of the huddle with Mello in the shotgun. He has a running back to his right and left. The left is kind of a sniffer back. Quick snap, looks at the pump fake. Bulldog getting pressure. That's going to be, well, he didn't get him down. He does get it away, but the receiver immediately hit. And that's a gain of none. It'll be 4th and 11.
That's Munoz for the Bulldogs. He had the pressure on the quarterback, got him from behind, was taking him down. Mello decided to go ahead and throw it. He completed it, but then Armendariz came up and just put a big hit on the receiver for no yards after the catch.
So it'll be 4th down, money back in his own end zone to do the punting. And back is Finley Rascone, back at about the 50-yard line, knowing Money has the leg to get it 50 yards, and he has a couple of times tonight. In fact, last time we talked about it, he overkicked his coverage. He's going to do a good high kick, shorter but still a good kick, and then it takes a sideways bounce, and it's down inside the 40, about the 38-yard line, 37-yard line of the Alamogordo Tigers.
Goddard has the ball on the Coyotes' 40-yard line, and they're driving as the Coyotes lead 10-7 with 1:40 left in the third quarter.
There was a flag on the play. And let's see what the call is as the officials are talking about it. Looks like it's against the Bulldogs. We'll see what they call. So holding called on the Bulldogs. That'll back them up 10 from the spot of the foul. That's going to put them out at the 48-yard line of the Alamogordo Tigers. We got 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. So our game seems like it's a little behind the other games. I'm not sure if that's really true. A formation, we didn't get set, but they didn't throw the flag. Up the middle on the left side goes Barrera. What a move. He breaks through all the way down into the 30-yard line.
So that's the patience of Barrera there. Handed off to him, and he didn't just take off at the middle. He waited for his lineman to get out in front of him and get the blocks, and he patiently waited. And as soon as he saw somewhere to go, boy, he just absolutely took off then.
And then he made a sidestep move, and he reminds me of Barry Sanders with the way he can go lateral. Great play there. All right, Taylor looks to the right and then goes back to the left, hits Hamilton on the dig route or stop route, and that's another pickup of about 6 or 7 yards.
So I really like how Taylor looked to the right, which keeps the safety and freezes them, and he immediately came back to the left and hit Hamilton. That's a great job by Taylor.
So 2nd down and 4.
We've seen a lot of growth in him this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of maturity at quarterback, running this offense.
A formation ball on the near hash. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the shotgun. Going to turn and run this. Nope, he just pitches it. Got a lot of room out there. He gets to the 20. Goes around a defender, but coming up making the tackle after the first down pickup of about 6 yards.
That's just giving it to your running back and saying, go get us some yards, basically. Pitch out to the right. Receivers out there blocking, and Barrera just looking to cut it back up or try to get outside. That time, nothing inside, so kept it outside.
1st and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at the 17-yard line of the Alamogordo Tigers. As the Bulldogs break the huddle, Taylor taking a look over the defense. Barrera is going to stay to the left of Taylor as the ball on the far hash. Snap is back. They bring a blitz off the corner. Taylor steps into the throw. He's got a man. It's a little behind, almost picked off by number 9. We did get a hand on it, Robbie, but it's a little behind.
Yeah, it's Watson just trying to find that open spot underneath the safety behind the linebacker. Linebacker dropped a little deep, able to get that. But again, Jake Barrera, number 11, came off that end again, or side again on the blitz, and Jake picked him up. He did a great job.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Tiger 17-yard line. A formation. Barrera to the right of Taylor in the backfield. Turn, hand it off. And Barrera breaks through one arm tackle and drives forward, pickup of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
That's all the offensive line of the Bulldogs. Loya, Velasquez, Gonzalez, Beza, Wooten, Solis, whichever one's in there. They just drove them backwards, and Barrera just got behind them and picked up that 5.
All right, so 3rd down as the Bulldogs break the huddle. They're staying in their standard A formation look. Barrera to the right of Taylor. The ball near the far hash. Snap is back. Fake the handoff. Throw the screen over there to the receiver. He's to the 5, and that's a touchdown. I don't think Lopez got touched. That's a touchdown, Bulldogs.
He did not get touched. Just a great job of blocking by the receivers. And I don't know which one it was. I was watching the line. Wow, that's a great play.
So another flag on the field. I'm thinking it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll see what the call is. A late flag after the touchdown.
Lopez is standing there listening to the conversation, holding the ball out.
He's trying to give it to him.
Yeah, I was going to give you the ball, but I'll stand here and listen too.
He turned around and pointed to somebody. So the whole Bulldog offense out there around the officials listening in. I'm not sure what the call. I thought I knew what the call was, and I may be wrong. I've been wrong plenty. Looks like I am wrong. Looks like it's going to be on the Bulldogs. Illegal man downfield. So the touchdown reversed, and they will march the ball back. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 from the, 3rd down and 10 back at the 17-yard line.
So Coach Maupin's going to call a timeout, and I would imagine he's going to go talk to the head referee about what just happened.
Yeah, that was a wide receiver screen. The fact that I don't think we had any off,
he threw it immediately.
I thought he threw it real late. He must have went and picked it up.
No, I mean, Taylor threw that pass immediately.
Oh, I know. So
it's hard to have
a man downfield, and the the flag came in really late, and I saw some extracurricular, and I thought maybe it was. Let's go down to Jeff. Jeff, what did you see down there?
Well, he caught the pass, and it was a screen. He caught it behind the line of scrimmage, so I don't know. I think the referees are a little confused over there, still talking about it. But that's Coach Maupin's argument is, hey, it's a screen pass. We caught it behind the line of scrimmage, so the O-lineman can get downfield on that. So good job by Lopez getting in the end zone.
Yeah, it was. Really good job. But I'm like you, Robbie, even though Jeff's exactly right.
Yeah, he is.
Behind the line of scrimmage. But even having said that, our offensive line was – the flag, I thought the flag came in really late. I thought it was going to be either on us or them, unsportsmanlike or, something like that, because I saw a little tangle up there after he'd already gone in the end zone, was circling around. When I saw the flag, thought he threw it. Doesn't look like anything's going to change, so it'll be 3rd down and 10 at the 17-yard line as the officials break their huddle. And the Bulldogs line up on offense. They're going to bracket our slot on this side. Taylor with Barrera to his left, handed off. Barrera's up the middle. He's got to the 5, makes a man miss. He's inside the 5-yard line. Great blocking there. They brought a run blitz that time, looked like Robbie, and he just blew right by it.
Yeah, as soon as he saw that crease, we talk about it all the time, he turned on the jets, and he was 5 yards before anybody even was close to tackling.
Bulldogs go hurry up. They hand it off again. Barrera goes to the left, and he is in for the touchdown. Artesia Bulldogs score once again. The score 33-0.
What I love about that, Joby, is the maturity of the team right there. It's an uncontrollable situation. You get a penalty called. You may agree, you may not agree. Usually you don't, but it is a penalty, and the Bulldogs, rise above it, and they come back in 2 plays and go ahead and score a touchdown. So they don't get down, they don't get upset, they just go to the next play. So I really like seeing that.
I do too. All right, they swing out of the swinging gate, go into the normal PAT formation. Nia Estrada will do the holding. Jake Parrish will do the kicking. Hold is down, kick is up. Kick was blocked by number 52, so no good. 5:13 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs lead 33-0. We'll be back.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
All right, welcome back, Bulldog fans. Artesia Bulldogs leading the Tigers 33-0 here with 5:13 left in the 3rd period. And that scoring drive by the Artesia Bulldogs, 8 plays, went 48 yards, capped off by a 4-yard touchdown run by number 24, Jake Barrera.
Kickoff team on the field for the Bulldogs, 33-0. So we've had a punt block and a field goal block, or a PAT block. So there's going to be some special team stuff happening this week, I know, getting ready for the playoffs. Bulldogs should have a bye. Well, they may not. If we win district, we will. Well, we'll have a bye either way, I think. All right, kickoff is to the left side. Coming up and catching it at the 20 is the Alamogordo Tiger. And boy, he is hit immediately. He almost fumbled it. Good job there by the kickoff team.
Yeah, that's number 13 for the Tigers, Joseph Marquez, that was receiving that kickoff. And LaRock for the Bulldogs just flying down there on special teams and making the tackle.
Hit him and Munoz both. And Munoz spun him around. I thought he almost lost the ball as he got spun around there, and LaRock finished him up. So we 1st and 10 for the Alamogordo Tigers at their own 27-yard line. Ball on the near hash as they break their huddle from the sideline. The Bulldogs defense has played stellar. They got a shutout going right now. See if they can keep that in place. So the quarterback, Mello, in the shotgun. He's got a running back to his left, now to his right. Sniffer back up on the left side, snap back. He fakes a handoff, looks to throw. He's got a man, and he's going to be 1st down completion in traffic for the Alamogordo Tigers.
Yeah, straight slant route as they packed him in, and then Joseph Marquez from the left side takes his 3 steps, breaks off that outside foot, across the middle. Good throw, good catch, 1st down for the Tigers.
All the way out to their 40. So a pickup of about 13 yards. 1st and 10. The ball will be placed right on the X on the 40, right in the middle of the field. 4:40 and counting to go here in the third quarter. Again, the same look as they got a slot and a wide out and a tackle over. Snap is back, goes over the head, and running for his life, it bounced right to him, is the quarterback, Mello. He's almost going to get around the corner. It's going to be a big loss as he steps out of bounds at about the 37-yard line.
So it's interesting as we're rotating our defensive line on the defensive line. Riley Jarrett's played defensive end all year. That time he's playing nose. And Wesson was at defensive end, left defensive end. And we've seen number 58 for the Bulldogs, Ruiz, play defensive end tonight. He's also played nose tonight. So the Bulldog defensive coach is really mixing that lineup.
So it wasn't the biggest loss as I thought. Mello did a good job. He got back close to the line of scrimmage, just a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. Mello in the shotgun, snap back. He's going to throw the ball that slant again. This time Bulldogs intercepted. It was swatted, and then it's picked off. He's to the 40 and knocked out of bounds. And I think, on that tip drill, that was Philip Finley Rascone, as that's what you call bingo, right? You tip it, bingo, bingo.
Wesson and Seth Johnson both converged on that pass. One of them got a hand in there. It kind of went through them, and it hit the receiver, bounced off of him, and Finley Rascone was right behind him. Paul came to him, and that's not easy to do.
No.
You're 2 yards from that receiver, and the ball's coming in there, and you don't know where it's going. And good job by him to make that interception.
So the Bulldogs quickly up on the line of scrimmage at the Alamogordo Tiger 37-yard line. The Tigers a little bit late getting out there on defense. They've got that's the ball person out there to get the ball. I was going to say they got a coach or somebody out on the field, not in a uniform, but they now get the ball and get off. Ball in the near hash. Barrera to the left of Taylor in the shotgun. They're going to try to bring a blitz, going to throw that little wide receiver screen. 14 makes somebody miss, and he almost gets 10 yards.
So just, again, the short side of the field throwing that screen because the safety is all the way over on the other side of the field. If he can break free from all that traffic, it's a pretty easy touchdown. But the Tigers do a good job of collapsing on that.
Pickup of 9, and now we got a timeout. We got an injured player down there for the Tigers. So let's go back down to Jeff real quick. Jeff, that was the same play that we scored on that was called back. Could you see, did we have any linemen releasing pretty quick on that? I missed it that time.
Yeah, we've done a really good job. Velasquez and a couple of those guys have been, and Loya have been getting out there, picking up the corner and the safety on that screen. And it's the exact same play, just the other side, so different referee, I guess. Didn't see it the way the other guy did. And real fast was okay when he left.
Oh, good. All right, so 2nd down and 1, handoff right up the middle. Barrera to the 20, to the 15, to the 10 before he is tackled. What another good burst. And, man, Robbie, outstanding blocking by the offensive line.
Yeah, and we've seen this over and over again. We got 3:35 left in the third period. The offensive line is really wearing down the defensive line of the other team. And tonight, that's the Tigers.
So a big pickup, 1st and 10 from the 11. He got to the 11-yard line. We can get a first down without a touchdown. Slant route, touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs.
That's just an easy pitch and catch for Lopez and Taylor. They've been doing it since 7th grade. Corner was about 10 yards off of Lopez. He just runs a slant route. Perfect throw, nice catch, easy touchdown for the Bulldogs. Good read also.
It was a really good throw. That's a tough throw to make as you're throwing it from this hash across the field. We're going to bring a man in motion out of the swinging gate. Now we'll swing out of it and go for the normal PAT. The score 39-0, Artesia with 3:31 to go in the third quarter. This third quarter has felt long.
I know.
Has it to you?
Yeah, it's 9 minutes left in the Roswell-Goddard game. Roswell still up 10-7. And
kick is up and kick is good. Go ahead.
Well, they're in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes left. And
so we're 11 minutes. Yeah. All right, so we're going to take a break here. The Artesia Bulldogs, with that PAT good by Parrish, lead the Tigers 40-0. We'll be back.
Faith Baptist Church, like the Artesia Bulldogs, believes in having a winning attitude. My name's Larry Dean.
I'm the discipleship pastor here at Faith Baptist Church, and I'd like to invite you to something we call faith groups. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help people better understand the Bible, but I believe the very best way to grasp the truths of Scripture is to get together with other adults on a regular basis to study the Bible. And that's what we do every Wednesday night here at Faith Baptist Church. So if you're not in a weekly Bible study, come join us this Wednesday at 6:15 for faith groups. Thanks, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
From 11 yards out.
There was a penalty that I missed on that kickoff, or the PAT. It was a personal foul on Alamogordo, so that put us up on the 45 to kick instead of from our 40. 15-yard penalty. Parrish ready to go, and the kick. Going to drive him back to about the 3-yard line. Caught. Bulldogs there quickly and just swing him down. And there was that 44 for the Bulldogs.
Yes, absolutely. Joseph Marquez again. Kicking to him all night long, and he took about 4 steps, and LaRock was already there and wrapped him up, swung him around, and made the tackle.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers out at their own 13-yard line.
Some guys just have a knack to getting to the ball.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's them linebackers. They seem like they can get there, and I think he might play linebacker.
Yep.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Alamogordo Tigers at their own 13-yard line. The score, if you are just now tuning in, you've missed a great game here from the Bulldogs' perspective, I guess, anyway. 40-0, the Bulldogs lead. 3:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Snap is back in the shotgun, turns and hands it off on the right side. And number 32 breaks up, and he will pick up a 1st down, pick-up of about 12.
Well, that's a great tackle by, and I'm waiting for it. That's Wesson. I mean, if he breaks past him, we're chasing him from behind, and he's got pretty good speed, so good job by Wesson.
That was Damon Mayberry, number 32, and I believe he took the place of Ryan Stovall. Did I hear Jeff right there at the end that Stovall was okay when he was leaving the – we lost Jeff's mic there for a minute. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Quarterback's going to keep it. He gets around one man. He's not going to get around the second guy. That was who came up and made that tackle? The corner, right? Number 49 for the Bulldogs, Thomas Riley.
Yeah.
So he picks up about 3, but I think he was thinking he'd get around that corner, but Riley came up from his cornerback position, was able to take his knees out and cut him down. Mello, the quarterback. So the clock continues to run. We're down to 2:20 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Slotting White out the far side, tackle over. Quarterback Mello in the shotgun. He's got number 32, Mayberry, to his right. Snap is back. He's going to hand it to Mayberry. This time he doesn't go as good as he did last time. Bulldogs there.
Number 77, Jaron Ramirez for the Bulldogs from his defensive tackle position. Boy, he got rid of his offensive lineman quickly and then was able to get the running back from the side and then able to make the tackle.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5 at their own 30-yard line with a minute 49 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs have led the whole way, and the score right now 40-0 over the Alamogordo Tigers. Mello in the shotgun, again tackle over to the wide side, going to hand it off to number 1, bounces it outside, then he cuts it up, and looks like he's going to get the 1st down. He does pick up about 7.
Well, Pando did a good job out there on the outside. He had a guy in front of him, but he had his arms extended, and as soon as the running back committed inside, he shucked him, and he tried to dive at his feet and make the tackle, but he did cut him inside. Wesson comes and makes the tackle for the Bulldogs.
So a pickup of about 7. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Alamogordo Tigers at their own 37-yard line. They're going to go the tackle over to the wide side. They've been doing that pretty much all second half. Wide side is near us here in the press box. Ball in the far hash. Turn, fake the hand up. No, he went ahead and handed it off to the running back, number 20. And they fumbled the ball. I never heard a whistle. So if they didn't blow a whistle, it's going to be 1st down Bulldogs. The officials coming in pretty slow and haven't made a play yet, but that was a fumble. Oh, they're saying he was down, so okay. I didn't ever see anybody saying he was down. I guess the far line judge maybe. Oh, so a pickup of about 5. I thought he fumbled it.
Well, I was watching it. I thought he reached out with the ball as he was going down.
Oh.
Is what I was thinking he did.
Maybe that's what I saw as a fumble. All right, so pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 at their own 42-yard line. Snap back, going to turn, hand it off to number 20 again. He bounces it to the right side. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He's into the Bulldog territory and will be run out of bounds. Uh-oh, I think we're going to have a late. Well, I don't see one coming in. Maybe it just looked from worse from up here.
Good hard run by number 20 for the Tigers, Sanchez, as Seth Johnson came across there, and he hit him pretty good and tried to wrap him up, and he just ran through that tackle.
So that is the last play of the quarter. The Artesia Bulldogs 40, the Alamogordo Tigers 0. It was a first down pickup. They'll flip sides. We'll come back for the fourth and final quarter after this timeout.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole!
So a quick update from the Wool Bowl, Robbie, as the Coyotes go up 16-7 on a touchdown run on the right side, a little short run, and so they'll be out to kick their PAT. But right now it's looking like if the score holds there, the Roswell Coyotes will be the district champs, will be the runner-ups.
Yeah, 6:15 left in the game. There's that snap was bad snap. They chase it down, so the extra point's no good. So it's a 9-point lead for the Coyotes. 16-7.
16-7. All right, so the player came off late for the Tigers. Ball in the near hash. They flip side. Quarterback's going to hand it off. It's a reverse. He's going to throw it to the quarterback. He's wide open. He catches the 30 to the 20 to the 15, down inside the 10 before he's finally wrestled and thrown out of bounds by the Bulldogs. And he's not getting up, the quarterback. Very, very good there.
Cisco pulling out the stops there is a double reverse pass to the quarterback. Quarterback hands it off, and then he runs up the left sideline. And the one person he handed it off to pitches it or hands off to a guy coming back to the left side, and then he throws it down to Mello. And as you said, he tried to get up, and he got about 5 yards, and he's back on the ground.
Yeah, he hit the ground hard when he was tackled, and so he's going to have to shake that off, or he's going to try to. They're taking a look at him.
You want to go to Jeff? He was right there.
Yeah, let's go down to Jeff. Just a good hard tackle there, Jeff. Did he bounce his head off the ground, or?
Yeah, Davey and Molina just made a good sound tackle. Guys running fast, ran into him, wrapped him up, and kind of slung him down, and he did hit his head out there right on the ground. Just got up, but he moved off slow, and then he rethought it and sat down for a minute. But I think he's going to be all right.
He is walking off now under his own power. He'll have to sit out of play, as the officials did call an official timeout. But a good play there, as you put it, pulling out the stops. He ran a reverse and pass, and he was wide open. So it'll be first and goal at the Bulldog 8-yard line for the Alamogordo Tigers. So the quarterback that is in there, is it number 10 who's been the running back, or is it number 3?
Number 3.
Hand it off to 32. He tries to go up the middle, and the Bulldogs stack. Whoa, he breaks free. He's in for the touchdown. Look at the pile right there. So he was piled up, and Robbie somehow, he comes out of it. They hadn't blown the whistle. Then maybe they did blow the whistle. Well, the line judge is acting like it's back there, but now he's walking. Okay, so touchdown, Alamogordo.
Yeah, ran into the pile, and nobody really wrapped him up. They were all kind of in there. There were 6 Bulldogs in there, and he just kept spinning and spun out of that pile and scored a touchdown.
So for the PAT, money is on, the left-footed kicker. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:22 to go in the ball game, the score 40-7, Artesia over Alamogordo. We'll be back.
When that problem arises, one call to Crouch Plumbing and Heating is all it takes. Crouch's plumbers and technicians are highly trained. No problem is too big or too small for Crouch. Whether you need a water heater replaced, a gas line run, a leaky faucet repaired, or your heater or AC serviced, Crouch can do it all. Your problem is their problem, till it's no longer a problem. Call on Crouch for timely response, quality workmanship at a fair price. Servicing Carlsbad and Artesia.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. We've got 11:22 left here in the fourth period as Goddard Rockets able to score their first points of the game. That was an 8-play drive. They went 87 yards. And number 32, Damon Mayberry, scored on an 8-yard touchdown run for the Tigers.
Yeah, you had the Rockets on your mind. Could you say
did I say
Rockets?
Oh, my gosh. Thank you. I meant the Tigers. Yeah, watching the Roswell-Goddard game.
All right, so the Bulldogs anticipating you're only watching it during the break. I'm going to clarify that. So the Bulldogs anticipating a onside. Money comes up. He's going to pooch kick it over to the right side. Bulldogs, that's going to be Barrera, and he's got some room as he's going to be shoved out of bounds by number 9. So a big pickup there for the Artesia Bulldogs on the kickoff return.
Yeah, it looked like it might have a little space there, but number 9, great athlete for the Tigers, Barris, was there to make sure he ran out of bounds.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 49 on our side of the 50 for the Artesia Bulldogs. 11:15 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs lead 40-7, and if things hold up in Roswell, looks like we're going to be the district runner-up. We lost by 1 point to the Roswell Coyotes, and that's enough. You lose by 1 point, you lose. And so if Goddard's unable to come back, it'll be Roswell with the district championship. Handed up the middle, and that is going to be, I think that was number 28 in for the Bulldogs, I believe. That's Bradley Valenzuela, if that was 28.
It was.
So Bradley Valenzuela, this junior running back, picked up about 4 yards, and we got another Tiger down, maybe just a cramp this time. Hopefully that's all it is. Cramps can go away. You don't want to tear something. 10:58 to go in the ball game, and the Bulldogs up by 33, 40-7. And just a reminder, tomorrow we've got volleyball action, and I forgot to say this earlier, the JV plays before the varsity. Do they start at 1? Is it 1 and 2, or is it 12:30 and 2, something like that? But, of course, JV B and A probably have 2 different JV games. And then the varsity at 2 o'clock, and we'll be taking on the Lovington Wildcats coming to town.
Yeah, and the volleyball district looking a lot like the football district. And we got the Goddard Rockets, the Portales Rams, and Artesia Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs. And it's becoming jumbled, and they go through it twice. But the first time through, we beat Goddard, and then Portales beat us, and Goddard beat Portales. So I got to do it all again to see who's going to come out district champ and runner-up. But it's a very, very tight district.
In like football, all 3 of those teams have been in the top, 5, 6 every week. All right, so 2nd down and 6. Bulldogs will turn and hand it off. Good move there by the running back, Valenzuela, and he's close to a 1st down as he made the first man miss just by a good side step.
Yeah, John Cunningham making the tackle for the Tigers.
So Bradley Valenzuela, junior, and he looks pretty darn good right there. We saw him a couple weeks ago, and I've miscalled his name because I looked at the wrong roster when he went in for a touchdown, but we saw him going for a touchdown, and it looks like Taylor has come off, so now we've got Peyton Deans in. Is that right?
Yes.
So Valenzuela to the right of Deans in the backfield, a formation ball near the near hash. Snap is back. They bring a blitz, hand it off to Valenzuela. He makes 2 men miss, and he's got the 1st down. It was 3rd and about a foot. He bursts up the middle and sidestepped and gets to the 35 of the Tigers.
So I like what Coach Maupin's doing here. He's getting some experience for the players and getting them on the field, varsity time, and running the ball right now and running the clock.
But we're going to go no back. And we still may run the ball. We've got Peyton Deans in there. He's got trips to the wide side, twins to the near side. He's got an empty backfield. Snap is back, gets a run all the way, and he runs up into the back of his own offensive guard, and then he breaks a tackle, still on his feet, still twisting, and gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. Good hard run there by Peyton Deans.
Yeah, I think he broke about 4 or 5 tackles in there, and they stopped him one time at a hold, and he just kept pumping those legs and got spun, got out of it, and then thought he was going to kind of break away, but somebody came and got him from behind.
So pickup of 11. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Alamogordo Tiger 25-yard line. The clock rolling, 9:28 and counting. And the Artesia Bulldogs, sure there's other substitutions in there we'll try to pick up for you. I see number 35 as one of the slots. That's Caden Solomon. Peyton Deans in the backfield. He's got Valenzuela to his right. Snap is back, and he hands it off. It's fumbled, and looks like Alamogordo got the turnover.
And didn't look like Valenzuela was expecting to get that handoff. And he didn't get it all the way in there, but it wasn't just on his hip. And it just he never really got a hold of it. And Deans let it go, so it went straight to the ground, and Tigers fell on it.
So a turnover by the Bulldogs gives it back to the Alamogordo Tigers at their 29-yard line. Down 40-7 to the Bulldogs. The ball will be placed near the near hash. Alamogordo going from south to north here at Bulldog Bowl. Just a little bit of a flutter of wind, really not anything. Mello goes up under center. He's got the X-backs on either side, running back right behind him. Turns, going to fake the handoff, throws it. Number 32 is into the secondary before he is tackled all the way out near the 50 or on the 50-yard line.
Good play by the Tigers. Hadn't seen that all night. Faked it to the fullback, and then that was it the tight end or the slot back over there just broke free.
Yeah, he was in the X-back position. He just flared straight down the field like a tight end, like a dump pass. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 50. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Goddard driving, or they scored. All right, so it's 1st and 10. You're going to turn, hand it off right up the middle. There's a big pile of human flesh there, and Bulldogs driving back, but he does pick up about a yard and a half.
Goddard did score a touchdown. There's 2:26 left in the game, and the extra point is good, so it's Roswell 16, Goddard 14.
All right, so a good match there at the Wool Bowl, and plenty of time for the Goddard Rockets to get the ball back and try to get a score. If they do end up winning, of course, we've talked about it ad nauseum, really, but if Goddard wins and the Bulldogs win the district, and we'll get a top 4 seed assuredly. All right, so we got the double X, and they got 2 wideouts, and the fullback behind the quarterback, Mello, fakes the handoff. He looks to throw. Riley Jarrett changes his mind. He rolls away from pressure. And now Bulldogs put on more pressure, and they're not going to let him get away. Johnson, middle linebacker, with the sack.
Yeah, and that's a coverage sack because he looked to throw that quick route again. It wasn't there. And so he took off to his left. Riley Jarrett missed him. And he kept looking downfield as he was rolling to the left, and then he got pressure from Johnson, but still nowhere to go. Johnson missed him the first time and then got him from behind and took him down.
So the tackle for loss puts up at 3rd and 15 at the 45. Alamogordo's going to take a timeout. We're going to take one, too. You're listening to KSVP Radio and or KSVPTV.com, where the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs come to play. 40-17, Artesia on top, 7:22 to go in the ball game. We'll be back.
You may have heard of SmartHub. SmartHub is Central Valley Electric's online tool for members to manage their electric account. With SmartHub, not only can you securely pay your bill online, you can view your detailed electric use 24 hours a day. You can report an outage while staying up to date with the latest co-op news, compare past and current electric use. Sign up for paperless billing or reoccurring payment so that your payment is never late. The best thing is you can access SmartHub from your computer, tablet, or smartphone, so it goes everywhere you go. Visit cvecoop.org to get started or give us a call.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here. It's 3rd down and 15 for the Alamogordo Tigers at their own 45-yard line.
They got nothing to lose here, Joby, so I wouldn't be surprised to see something unusual again.
We are playing 20 yards off the slot on the far side. Safety's covering the slot. And way back there, they're going to throw a screen over to the right side. Boy, he wasn't ready. 13 wasn't ready, and so it goes incomplete.
Joseph Marquez went in motion for the Tigers. The 2 receivers ran deep, which kept the defenders back. He was standing there, and there was nobody within 15 yards of him. And ball was a little high, but stuck his hands up there, went right through it.
It looked like he reacted a little bit slow, like he wasn't expecting it, like it was going to be a fake and then throw deep. I mean, I'm speculating, but I don't know. All right, so they are bringing out the punting team. 4th and 15. And Money back to punt. He's had some great punts. They had too many men on the field. I thought they did, so they got to get somebody off. Now the flag comes in because you can't break the huddle, which they did with 12. So it'll be put them back 5 more yards.
They called timeout.
And they called timeout?
So no flag.
Oh, is he waving it off? I looked down.
Yeah.
Lovington leading Portales 33-0 in the 3rd. Farmington ahead of Piedra Vista 19-7. Let's see here. Hobbs over Carlsbad 20-0. Roswell's, well, I'm behind a little bit, I guess. So Lovington 39, Portales 7. Roswell 16, Goddard 14. You just said that. Santa Teresa beats Chaparral 41-0. All right, so they waved the flag off. They took a timeout?
Yep.
Okay. So money back to punt. It'll be 4th and 15 at their own 45-yard line. 7:17 to go in the ball game, and the Bulldogs, is that Finley Rascon back there to receive? I believe it is.
Yeah.
Snap was a little bit soft, but a good big high punt for money. And did he call a fair catch?
I thought he did.
I thought he did too, and then he took off running. So I don't see a penalty flag now. The number 20, there it comes. So you can't run on that. And 24 was going, hey, he waved his hand. And the late flag comes dropped in there.
Yeah, so he did make a fair catch call, and if you do that, you just got to catch it and stand there pretty much.
Yeah.
And it looked like he caught it, paused just for a second, and then he took off. He realized there was nobody within 10 yards of him.
Did I wave my hand? No, I didn't wave it.
Did they see it?
Did they see it? So the official was late on getting the flag in there, but he did call it, and so that'll back up the Bulldogs.
So we have the starting offensive line in there. And Peyton Dean's in there again, Valenzuela, but then we got Joy at receiver, Rodriguez at receiver.
Going to go trips to the near side, which is the wide side, twins to the far side. So again, empty backfield for Peyton Deans. And a while ago when we did this, he just took off running as soon as he received the snap. This time he does a little fake, and he runs through, and he's got some room. He's so fast, he breaks up the field. He's all the way out to the 30.
So that's just lining up with 3 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers. That's 5-on-5 with 5 offensive linemen snapping at the Deans, and everybody getting a hat on somebody, holding their block, and Dean's picking a lane.
And the other thing he did a little different that time, and I think that was some coaching on the sideline, is he stood there like he was going to throw for a minute, made those linebackers start to drop. Then he took off running. First time he just took off running. Snap is back. He's looking to throw. He's got a man coming down on him from behind. He gets away from him. He does throw it out here, and it's caught. Pickup of about 5 yards out to the 36.
Boy, he had pressure, and I think he felt it because he never looked. He was looking to the right, and somebody was coming from the left unblocked, and he felt that pressure, rolled to his right a little bit, got it out to Sice for the completion.
I said it was to the 36. I was watching the judge over there, and he was standing clearly on the 36-yard line, and the one on this side took a step back. It was funny because the yard marker over there went with him because that's where he was in front of him, and then he had to move back. All right, so I'll pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Man in motion. Going to hand it off to 89. Gets around that corner, or will he? He does get around the corner. Oh, and we missed a block. He still makes a man miss. Still on his feet. He's still on his feet going down the sidelines. He's going to cut back inside of blocks. A man comes from Alamogordo from behind him. He's not able to make the tackle. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Artesia Bulldogs.
It's hard to even describe what just happened there. I mean, he should have been tackled about 6 different times, but through determination, great balance of his own, using a stiff arm, keeping his feet moving, and getting some more blocks down the field. Sice goes all the way into the end zone.
So with 5:39 to go here in the ballgame, the Bulldogs score, and it's 46-7 on that, as you said, almost indescribable play.
It was crazy.
Man goes into motion is Nia Estrada. They're going to swing out of the swinging gate. He'll go hold for the kicker, Parrish. As the Bulldogs line up in the normal PAT, snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, and good. So with 5:39 to go here in the ballgame, the Bulldogs now lead by 40 once again, 47-7. And Jeff, we're going to come down to you. I know you were on this sideline along with us up here in the press box, but that play just looked strange. He just kept going down the sideline.
Good job by the guys not stopping. Everybody kept blocking.
Yeah.
Matthew kept his feet going, and guys, Matthew Sice is our fastest guy on the track team. So if he ever gets loose, that's what's going to happen. He's a great athlete.
Yeah, he exploded down that sideline, and when he came out of there, because I saw a kid running Alamogordo. I thought he was going to catch him from behind. All of a sudden, he just burst away from him.
He did.
So great, and I didn't realize he was our fastest guy on the field, but we just learned something.
And that's the value of Jeff Hodling on the sideline.
Yeah, he knows some things that I don't know.
Absolutely.
Actually, he knows a lot that I don't know.
That scoring drive by the Artesia Bulldogs. 3 plays, 90 yards, 65-yard touchdown run by number 89, Sice, puts the Bulldogs up 47-7.
5:39 to go in the ball game. Kicking is Jake Parrish, and he's waiting for the officials to give him the ball, which he now has.
All right, that's the ball game. Roswell wins 16-14 over the Goddard Rockets.
So the Roswell Coyotes will be the District 4 5A champions, and the Bulldogs will be the runner-up. I don't know if we'll get a 4-seed or not.
I think so.
If we do, we get a bye. Kickoff is over to the left side, caught at the 21. And down that sideline he'll go, and then there he is, number 44 for the Bulldogs, Jesse LaRock, and he swings him out of bounds. You said that you just got a nose for the ball. He's one of those guys. Seems like he's there every time. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line for the Alamogordo Tigers at their own 33. And I was going to start trying to see if we had any defensive subs. We may not. As you said, they've been rotating defensive linemen pretty regularly, even rotating them down the line.
I don't see any subs in there.
Okay, so the Alamogordo Tigers, Mello will be in the shotgun. He's got a running back to his right. Snap is back, going to turn, fake the handoff, drop to the right side, looking to throw. He does let it go down the sideline. I think that was the wheel route, but just overthrows. So it'll be incomplete.
There's a flag on the play. Riley was in coverage, and he tried to run the out and up, but when he turned up, Riley hit him and jammed him. And so we'll see what the call is.
Illegal man,
okay. Because I thought he did it before the ball was in the air, which is completely legal in high school.
Yeah.
And so legal man downfield for the Tigers.
They'll march them back 5 yards. Bulldogs take the penalty. It'll remain 1st down. 1st and 15 now at their own 28-yard line.
Let me just say, it's a great job by Riley, because that's what you coach. You cover that out route, and if they ever try to turn it up, you just hit them.
Yeah. All right, so they were missing a man. He comes on late for the Alamogordo Tigers. Got time on the play clock. Mello pulls the Bulldogs offside with a hard count.
Donaghy, he's getting a little anxious in there and got him to jump across.
So just a swap of 5 yards. Got a 5-yard
Yeah.
penalty on 1st down, illegal man downfield, and then a 5-yard penalty offsides on the Bulldogs. So it's still 1st down. It'll be 1st down and 10 once again at the 33-yard line of Alamogordo. 4:59 and counting to go in the ball game as the Tigers break the huddle. They're going to go with the Twins on the wide side of the field, which is towards us in the press box. They got that tackle over. In the shotgun is Mello with a running back to his right. He can turn and hand it off. Bulldogs were there, and then he will gain maybe a yard. Well, it looks like they're going to spot him at 2 yards.
First man there is LaRock off the end. He came flying in there again, dove at his feet, got a hand on it. Donaghy got in the net, and the Artesia linebackers able to get in there also.
So it is a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 8 at the 35. As time continues to tick away. We'll know, I guess, is it tomorrow night when they'll do the seating show? I think it is. Snap, they're going to hand off, run the fake, or run the option. The quarterback will keep it. Bulldogs play it perfectly, and he's not going to gain any. If he does, it's a half a yard.
Wesson played that perfect, as you said, as he rode the fullback, pulled it, did not give it to him. Defensive end collapsed on him, and then Mello tried to get outside, and Wesson just flowed down the line with him, waited on him to commit, and then made the tackle.
So it'll be 3rd down, and actually they gave him he got about a yard, as they're saying. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Alamogordo Tigers as time continues to move. They're run the play in from the sideline. Mello gives it to his offensive unit, and they break the huddle. 47-7 is our score, and the Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage on the far hash. They got that tackle over in the slot and the wide out that side. Mello in the shotgun, he's just going to turn and throw it out there. Boy, we almost got an interception. They did a little pitch, and just too tight over there to run that, I think, and they gained maybe a yard.
Looked like a hook and ladder play, right? Throw it to the wide receiver, have somebody come behind him and pitch it to him, which the person that came behind him was number 52, Jonathan Audette, the offensive lineman.
Yeah, and that's I mean, that play should have been a whistle because he was the tackle over I've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They had a wide receiver up on the line, so he was covered up, and they pitched it to him. They pitched it to him. That's right. It was almost intercepted. I don't know what Bulldog slid in there. It might have been Pondo because he's been doing that. Or is he?
Pondo's out. Riley's
that's
playing
right.
that side.
That's right. Snap is back on the punt, and Money's going to get a good leg on it. Back to receive, and this time he says fair catch. And he fumbled it, but he muffed the punt, but he recovered his number 41, Philip Finley Rascone.
He didn't wave his hand once that time. He did it twice, and he did huge waves, huge signals. And then second time tonight, he's kind of mishandled a punt, but able to get it back.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 25-yard line. As the quarterback will be Peyton Deans. And the running back, I believe, will be Valenzuela. He's to the left of Deans in the shotgun. Ball in the far hash, A formation. Snap is back, going to turn and throw it out here to number 89. He makes a man miss and bursts forward for a pickup of about 10.
That's Sice again, just hit him on that quick route. He headed upfield with his speed. Number 3 made the tackle, Montoya, and looked like he may have hurt his arm making that tackle.
It was a pickup of right on the dot 10, so first down for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. We're down to 1:32 and counting. So it's all over but the crying, I think. 47-7. Ball in the middle field. Deans has Valenzuela to his right. Shotgun turn, handed off to him. He tries to cut it back inside. Looks like he might gain half a yard.
Looked like he might have had something in there, but number 76 for the Tigers was able to get off a block, and that's Caden Connor. Yeah.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the Bulldog 36-yard line. We're under a minute to go. Bulldogs will get the win, and they'll wrap up their season. I think we're 7-3 on the season. Does that sound right, Robbie? We were
7-2?
7-3, right? I'm not sure. We'll get it right. I'll get it right. Hand off to Valenzuela. He tries to get outside. He's going to spin and cut back, and he will power forward and get to the 40 before he's gang tackled in a big scrum.
That's a good run by Valenzuela as he was trying to get outside on the right side, and they were there, so he spun out of an arm tackle, headed downfield. The guy wrapped him up, and he just leaned forward and kept his legs moving and just drove that guy another 2 yards.
That was the last play of the ball game. Coach Moppa telling them, let's go shake their hands. We're down to 9, 8, 7, so counting down the clock. I think we'll go ahead and get the post-game show going. And we're going to go to Jeff after that, and then we'll have the final stats as well. The big stat, 47-7, the Artesia Bulldogs defeat the Alamogordo Tigers. We'll get the post-game show going. Stay tuned. We'll have Jeff and the final stats for you. Stay tuned.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Right now, you'll receive $1,000 in GM accessories.
My Eastern experience will help me design the future.
Led me to be a justice on the New Mexico Supreme Court.
Or kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Sandy Stockton will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Sandy Stockton in Artesia today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. As the seasons change, it can be a great time to refresh your oral health too. Here's a few fall tooth care tips from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Fall is a great time to switch out your toothbrush. Toothbrushes should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. With fall coming comes fall baking, which means lots of sugar-laden treats. In addition to the goodies, try reaching for fruits and vegetables that are rich in fiber. And as the end of your insurance year approaches, now could be the perfect time to take advantage of any unused dental benefits. Please call and schedule your appointment today at Smile Expressions in Artesia.
Bulldog Pride is about family. It's about being the best both in the game and in the community. It's about giving your all and having your teammates back. This is Pastor Jason Perry, and here at New Hope Baptist Church, we can relate to the Bulldogs. Our church is a family, and we focus on allowing the Lord to be the best both in our church and in our community. Here at New Hope, we know it's a new year, and there's new hope for a new you. We're praying for Bulldog victory in the game and victory in your life through Jesus Christ.
It's coming. The Pops Mobile Diner. All the food, fun, and flavors of the 50s, street side. The same great food, the same phone number, and the same name. Stay tuned to find out more about Pops Mobile Diner. Coming soon.
Castle Rentals has a huge selection of top-name brand appliances now in stock. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, stoves, and freezers are in stock now at Castle Rentals, 2616 West Main in Artesia, your local family fun rent-to-own furniture store.
Wait for it. It's coming. Spring River Park and Zoo present Race for the Zoo 2021. Saturday, November 13th, beginning at 9 a.m. It's a 5K with a 2-mile option, and you can run, walk, crawl, scuttle, whatever, with t-shirts for all races and awards and trophies for the fastest finishers. Proceeds go towards keeping our furry and feathered friends cared for. For more information, contact the Roswell Parks and Recreation Department at 575-624-6719 and register online at roswellconnect.com. Race for the Zoo 2021, November 13th, 9 a.m. at Spring River Zoo.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. The Artesia Bulldogs get the win, 47-7, and we're going to go down to Jeff on the sidelines for his final thoughts.
Well, guys, I want to say that Alamo was big, very fast, and never quit. So I want to take our hats off to those guys tonight. I know Coach Cisco will get them lined up next season. But how about the Bulldogs? What a way to go into the postseason. The offense looked tight in the first half, quick strike, moved the ball well. The running game looked good. Special teams provided a big play tonight with a long kickoff return. And I tell you what, guys, our defense looking tough as nails. So I'm excited to see our seed, and I'm sure the coaches and the boys will be too, and excited to get this postseason ready.
Hey, Jeff, one more thing. You kind of broke up earlier. Did you say that the young man that went off on the stretcher was saying he was okay, or it looked like he was going to be okay?
Looked like he was going to be okay. He was conscious. He wasn't moving, but the EMTs kind of gave a thumbs up over here to Coach Caton, our trainer, and got a good feeling from that.
Okay, so just took him as a precaution then.
Yeah, very precautionary.
Okay. All right, thanks, Jeff. All right, Robbie, we've got some final stats here for the Artesia Bulldogs and the Alamogordo Tigers.
All right, scoring summary tonight. Artesia Bulldogs scored first with 11:46 left in the first quarter. They took the kickoff at the 19-yard line. Jake Barrera returned it 81 yards for a touchdown. 2-point conversion pass was good from Nathan Taylor to Zayden Lopez. Bulldogs led 8-0. Now Artesia scored again with 4:10 left in the first period. Taylor ran it in from 3 yards out. 2-point conversion run by Jake Barrera was no good. So that made the score Bulldogs 14, Tigers 0. And then with no time left in the first period, Taylor completed a pass to Lopez for 24 yards out for a touchdown. Point after kick was no good by Jacob Parrish, so the Bulldogs led 20-0 after the first period. In the second quarter, 2:04 left, Taylor completed a pass to Randall Hamilton from 7 yards out for a touchdown. This time the kick by Jacob Parrish was good. Bulldogs led 27-0. And that was the score at halftime. In the third period with 5:35 left, Jake Barrera ran it in from 4 yards out. Point after kick by Parrish was blocked, so the Bulldogs led 33-0. 3:31 left in the third period. Taylor completed a pass to Zayden Lopez from 11 yards out. As those two get together again for a touchdown, point after good was good by Parrish. Bulldogs led 40-0. And then with 11:22 left in the fourth period or left in the game, Alamogordo gets on the scoreboard as number 32, Damon Mayberry, runs from 8 yards out for a touchdown. Point after kick is good. So the Bulldogs led 40-7. And then with 5:39 left in the game, final score of the game, Matthew Seiss runs for a 65-yard touchdown. Point after kick by Parrish is good. And final score here tonight, 47-7 Bulldogs. The Bulldog defense was really stiff, as you heard Jeff allude to tonight. They only gave up 166 yards to the Alamogordo Tigers. Tigers ran 47 plays, and they held them to a 3.5-yard average per play. Artesia Bulldogs tonight had 519 total yards of offense. They ran 59 plays, and they averaged 8.8 yards per play. Passing tonight, Tigers were 5 of 13 for 66 yards. No touchdowns and 1 interception. The Bulldogs had 234 yards passing. They were 16 of 27. They averaged 14.6 yards per pass, 3 touchdown passes for Nathan Taylor, and no interceptions. Rushing tonight, the Tigers had 34 attempts for exactly 100 yards, averaged 2.9 yards per carry. The Bulldogs tonight, 285 yards rushing on 32 carries and averaged just under 9 yards per carry. Penalties tonight, Tigers had 8 penalties for 55 yards. Bulldogs had 7 penalties for 40 yards. Tigers had 3 turnovers. Bulldogs had 1. Tigers punted the ball 8 times tonight, and Money averaged 37.5 yards per kick. Bulldogs punted twice, had a .5 average per kick because 1 was blocked, and they lost the yardage on that. First downs tonight, Tigers had 11. Bulldogs had 27. Tigers had 8 rushing first downs, 3 through the air. They did not get a first down tonight by way of penalty. Bulldogs had 27 first downs, 15 of those from rushing, 12 passing, and they did not get a first down tonight by way of penalty. Tigers were 3 of 12 tonight on third down attempts or conversions. Bulldogs were 4 of 11. And Tigers did not attempt to go for it on a fourth down tonight. The Bulldogs attempted at one time and did not make it. So they were 0-1 on their fourth down conversion attempts. Individual statistics tonight, Anthony Mello, quarterback for the Tigers. He was 4 of 12. He was 4 of 12 for 34 yards passing. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Number 3 for the Tigers had 1 completion on 1 attempt for 32 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Nathan Taylor tonight for the Bulldogs was 14 of 25 for 222 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Peyton Deans was 2 of 2 tonight for the Bulldogs for 14 yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. Leading the way on the ground tonight for the Tigers was number 32, Damon Mayberry. Had 12 attempts for 55 yards rushing. He averaged 4.6 yards and had 1 touchdown tonight. Joshua Sanchez had 6 carries for 36 yards for the Tigers. He averaged 6 yards per carry. Tonight for the Bulldogs, Jake Barrera, another good night for that young man. 17 attempts, 159 yards rushing. Averaged 9.4 yards per carry with 1 touchdown. Matthew Seiss had 3 carries for 74 yards for the Bulldogs. He averaged 24.7 yards per carry and 1 touchdown. Peyton Deans had 3 carries for 28 yards. Averaged 9.3 yards per carry. Receiving for the Tigers, Anthony Mello, 1 quarterback led the way receiving. 1 reception, 32 yards, no touchdowns. Damon Mayberry, 1 reception, 21 yards. He averaged 21 yards per reception tonight. For the Bulldogs, Zayden Lopez, 4 receptions, 67 yards. He averaged 16 yards per catch, and Lopez had 2 touchdowns tonight. Number 27, Cody Watson, 4 receptions for 63 yards. He averaged 15 yards per catch and did not have a touchdown tonight. Jake Barrera, 2 receptions, 47 yards. Matthew Seiss, 3 receptions, 35 yards. Randall Hamilton, 2 receptions and 13 yards. Josh kept some defensive stats for us tonight. Seth Johnson led the way with 7 solo tackles and 4 assisted tackles, so 9 total tackles for him. Number 54, Diego Wesson, had 5.5 tackles tonight as he had 5 solo and 1 assist. Let me go down here to the kicking, punting. There's your stats for the night.
Well, a lot of stats. The Bulldogs had a great game offensively. They had a great game defensively as well. Had some highlights on the kicking game. Also had some stuff that I know they're going to be working on in the kicking game. Had a PAT blocked and had a punt blocked and another one almost blocked. But overall, great win for the Artesia Bulldogs. They finished the season 7-3. They are the District 4 5A runner-ups as Roswell defeated Goddard. So now we'll wait and see where we get seated. I'm anticipating that we'll be in the top 6. Theoretically, we could be number 4. If we get number 4, we'll have a bye week, allow some of our players that are out with injuries to get healed up and then back on the field in a couple weeks. If not, then we would play next week, but we'll just have to wait and see how that seeding process goes. But we are the district runner-ups at a 7-3 record. All right, so Robbie, I'm going to go ahead and sign us off on behalf of Gene Dow, our producer. Big Nate helps and produces the sideline show. Josh Howard does our stats. We appreciate him. Jeff Hodling is down on the sidelines for us. And all of our students that are involved in various positions, cameras and other positions up top when Gene's producing, we want to thank all of them. And thank you, our fans. And I'm Joby Hodling. I'm going to sign us off. We got volleyball tomorrow afternoon, JV, followed by varsity at 2 o'clock. I want to shout out to all our fans worldwide, and also shout out to Gaga in heaven.
That concludes this broadcast of Bulldog Sports on KSBP AM and FM and at KSBPTV.com. Bulldog Sports on KSBP AM and FM and KSBPTV.com is presented by Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Ford Sales, J.S. Ward & Son Insurance, La Fonda, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia, Smile Expressions, Artesia Family Healthcare and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia General Hospital, Roswell Seed, Guy Chevrolet, KFC of Artesia, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Pop's Diner, Forest Tire, Western Bank of Artesia, Artesia Credit Union, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Eastern New Mexico University, Catalyst Church, Brandon Williams and Farm Bureau Insurance, Cisco Equipment, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, TMJ Auto, New Hope Baptist Church, H&R Block of Artesia, Castle Rentals, Kane Electric, Frost Mortgage, Incredible Printing, Bobcat Auto, and Tate Branch of Artesia. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of Bulldog Sports on KSBP AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
It's from that character. I don't know, when you go on paranormal investigation, some people call that a paranormal click. Do you ever hear that before? An EVP is